How's
Hi.
everyone?
Da, da, da.
Uh,
How are the
happy-
Gangster Ghost?
good, thank you. How are you?
I'm between pretty good and quite good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Uh,
I love your little what's it called?
Avatar?
Yeah, but that one I've always loved.
Oh,
I was thinking about the stand with Ukraine. The logo. That's the word.
oh, oh, yeah.
I really
Yeah,
like it.
oh, thank you. Oh, say,
I had a really crazy mental picture today that popped into my head because
yeah.
of something completely different I was thinking about. This is uh, in relation to your avatar. Uh, I I pictured you as your avatar as a Swedish maypole with like flowers and leaves and dancing around. I don't ask me, but it was you were quite beautiful. You
Oh,
looked
thank
very happy.
oh, thank you. Uh, yeah, I talked to Mrs. Lincoln. She said she would come on. I'm not sure when, but she said yesterday I sent her a link and so.
Oh, does she know what time?
No, I didn't say, but I sent her a link earlier. But yeah,
Maybe she just don't know when. Oh, it would be so great if she came online.
yeah. Uh, uh, yeah. But how you day been? Been all right?
Yeah, I've been taking care of some how do you say, not administrative work. So I've been sorting through papers and trying to get things in order again, and uh, it's a nightmare.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's okay. It's kind
Uh,
of my own fault. You know, when things when the it's one thing when everything is just uh, going along as usual, but as soon as there's a hiccup or you don't have the energy for whatever reason for a long period of time and things just stack up, it my head goes directly to it's just chaos. I can't I can't deal with
uh,
it, and eventually of course I have to because otherwise I'd be living on the streets.
oh, I hope you're all right.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
it will be, it has to be.
Swedish? Does it call Sweden because it's sweet?
It's a cabbage.
Oh, uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're all cabbages.
Uh, yeah, I found out on my DNA test I'm 59% British and Irish. That's English, Welsh, Scottish, and Irish, and a percent they call start with a S syllabic, I think it's called. We have Norwegian, Swedish, and other stuff.
uh, so like Scandinavian.
Yeah, I think it might be Scandinavian. Yeah. That
Oh,
yeah.
you had what did you say? Like 59% English and
Uh,
Irish.
yeah, that's actually it's British and Irish. That's English, Welsh, Scottish, and Irish. They say,
Okay,
and some percent. So, what was that one thing you called
Scandinavia.
Scandinavian? Yeah, then Norwegian, Swedish, and other ethnicities, other part of that too, and so that percent Jewish, like I said before, and
All right.
other and Spanish and Portuguese.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you
Uh,
know what? Um, has your family been uh, in the US for a long time, or
yeah.
uh, which, if you don't mind me asking and telling you, of course, don't have to answer. What part of the US do you live in? Like
Oh,
north, south, east, west?
uh, my parents are from the South. Like
Okay,
on my mom's side, her parents was from the South. My dad's side, he was from the South. But I live in Michigan.
wait, oh, that's wait. Michigan is it's the area of
No,
like
yeah, Michigan's
Boston.
north, but
Yeah, right. The Great Lakes.
yeah, family from the South.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that crazy?
Yeah, it is when you start to think about it, because the US is such an enormous country. It's so big.
Well, I'm thinking about maybe next year or the year after going to the UK.
Oh, you should. Wouldn't that
Yeah,
be cool?
I have a friend who lives there. I go visit him there.
Do it.
Yeah. No, did, I help my friend save a lot of kids from abuse.
Oh,
Yeah, from all kind of very mess up abuse there. I say
yeah.
help them get the studies they need and stuff, and save a lot of
Yeah.
kids, like over 6,000 kids.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
If you saw me now, you would see my the giant smile.
Oh, thank you. Even a kid sent me a card telling me thank you.
Oh, see,
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. You're a wonderful person.
oh, thank you. Uh, but Steven, he thought I was an atheist witch who trolls Christians and pretends to be autistic. That's what
Oh,
Steven said.
I I I I can't even express what I want to do.
Yeah, the first time he said, I all might know what they're doing, so it might be because of satanic spirit or Holy Spirit.
Oh my
He wanted me to show my face. He said, I command you in the name of Jesus. I thought he was doing an
God. Real?
exorcism. Yeah. I got all the snapshots from some, I think probably a year ago. And, that's when I ended up talking to him on the Facebook thing.
Yeah.
Uh, he said, also before that on the snapshot, he said, one of my friends is a witch and it's not Chuck or uh, Mark. So the only person I thought at the time was Aiden.
Yeah.
And I guess he thought he's a witch. And uh, I talked to him. He said that Faithful and you were a witch for some reason. I think that thing, but it came from these pictures. Father Charles showed me. Remember about those pictures?
Yeah, right. Which was you showed me uh, at least one. Maybe there were two.
Yeah,
Well, one at least. And I mean, the furthest thing from if you only knew, it was like take me and uh, reverse everything about me to the opposite, more or less. Okay,
yeah,
that would make me perhaps black, and I'm not, of course, because I'm extremely pale
yeah.
because I'm Swedish. But was it Father Charles who gave you those? Are you there? Did I lose you? Did you lose me?
Yeah. I got it from Father Charles.
Isn't he a strange one? He could have. Why did?
Fa- Father Charles got it from Stephen.
But
Stephen sent it to him.
I had contact with Father Charles on Facebook. Why didn't he ask me?
I don't know.
Like, is this you? And also, what's this thing? If if I wanted my face all over the internet, it would be all over the internet.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it's like go and dig around. Why? For what reason? What could ever what what could anyone what could satisfy anyone about
Yeah,
that? What
yeah. It's crazy. Yeah,
I mean, if someone is curious or whatever, they can always ask.
yeah. It was crazy. I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the other time not too long ago. This when I stopped going on Steven's channel when he
Mm.
bullied me off of there. He go back to that nonsense like I'm pretending to be autistic again and starting
Uh,
fighting.
I oh my god. It makes me
Yeah.
I'm holding myself back because I don't want to say all the nasty things I'm thinking because maybe it's not appropriate. Uh,
Sorry about that. It was.
no, it's not your fault.
Uh,
No, you don't have to be sorry about that. It's Stephen and his minions,
yeah.
spineless, evil.
Well, stuffed cattle. He did a video about it. He put a video up
Yeah,
there.
I saw it. I watched it. I think the other day, maybe. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should know, Logan. We Stephen and his people are idiots,
Steven.
and we are many people who like you and care about you and love
Um,
you
oh,
just the
thank.
way you are because the way you are, and they frankly don't deserve you.
Oh, thank
They
you.
don't deserve you.
Steven wanted me to go back on there, but I said no. I don't go on his show anymore.
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah, he's
I mean, and he's pretending. That's exactly. I mean, he's like a less socially intelligent version of Kent Hovind.
he grew up watching Ken Hovald videos. He was homeschooled on them.
I almost said poor thing. Well, I can have empathy for that part. I mean, I think everyone deserves a proper education, and Kent Hovind is not a proper education.
I need to that
But he's
video.
still a grown man now. So
Yeah,
sometime in life you have to start taking responsibility and at least try, because it's one thing. I mean, you can't blame a blind man for not seeing. You can't blame someone who doesn't have legs for walking too slow. But that's not the case here.
yeah. And I need to that video we made the other day. Me, you, and Mark in there.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of crazy because what is it you can see in there? It's, uh, Chuck, what's his name? Claude Balls. Say I left that up because I need to make it someone could see something. Why fix it now? We can see our avatars.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. I could on that show. I could see the thing that says your name and that's above it. It's yeah,
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 it was very confusing,
yeah.
confusing stream, because you had no idea who was on and who was talking.
Sorry about that, but I fixed it now.
Yeah. But I'm still just a black void.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, it's not your fault. It's Restream. I even contacted them, uh, their customer service, uh, and my conclusion was that they simply have a, what's it called, catch 22 error, because of the I don't have the camera. And even if I were to use, like, say if I'm on my computer now, but say I used my phone, uh, which of course has a camera, I could turn off the camera, but as soon as I go to my computer, the issue with it, the camera settings would be reversed, or
And all you do is criticize.
no,
What?
I just, I heard I heard Missing Mod's
Oh,
voice.
sorry about that. I was checking the comments on there. Yeah, she's on there. She was very angry over that video. Awful bad for her. I don't want to make her sad or anything.
No,
Always try to be
me
there for her.
neither. Me neither.
You're a lovable person too, with a heart of gold.
No, how sweet. Thank you.
Like, you're,
I try.
uh, yeah, it's crazy. That was so funny. But I always think you see Claude right in there in his, his video. And I see your saying over there that uh, uh,
When Sean was trying to show his video, and
yeah.
it started to echo, and he was like, "No, girl, what are you doing? It was working. Why are you changing things?" And it was his fault all along.
Yeah.
But he said I'm sorry, or I
Sorry
told
about
him to say it.
that. Yeah.
The
Oh, did
best
you
part
go to?
was when you
Yeah.
had your laughing attack.
Because of Skylar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That had me in stitches. It was wonderful.
That was funny. Oh, guys, did you go to college to be Egyptian lady?
Yeah, I went to university.
Was it Harvard?
No, it was in Sweden.
Oh,
Uh, so I went. Um, Back then, there was only one university in Sweden where you could study Egyptology.
oh,
Uh, it's called Uppsala University. Uh, it's actually the oldest university in northern Europe. So it has a very long tradition. Um,
oh,
so I went to university. Let's see, in total 6 years. I studied 6 years. Uh,
you got a PhD?
no, no,
Oh,
I have two masters. Uh, so Egyptology and archaeology.
uh-huh.
Uh, no, it's in the beginning. I wanted to do a PhD, but uh, I had to quit my studies because I got ill, and then I was in a car accident.
Oh, are
Uh,
you alright?
and oh yeah, I'm all right now. But I
Yes.
was paralyzed. Uh,
Oh,
I was paralyzed for a year.
I'm sorry about that. Glad you're
It,
alright.
yeah, yeah. I was lucky. Uh, it was a very very weird thing. Uh, the whole incident. And now it's even weirder almost to think back, because I was extremely. I don't know if I ever been so active as I was during that year. But what other thing can you do? Either you just lay down and give up, or you don't. So I didn't.
Oh, that's good. Well, tomorrow's Hanukkah?
what what was it tomorrow?
Uh, the first day of Hanukkah.
Oh, really? I had no idea. So do they? Is it like
Uh,
for several weeks?
8 days. And
Oh, okay.
yeah. Well, I need to tell Faithful. She said next time you come on, she wants to come on.
Yeah. I sent I sent her an email earlier today, but then I didn't know what these prepositions. They are difficult. What time you were going live?
Oh, Christian, he might come on. I told him you're on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah. I feel bad for Miss Ma. She lost her dad. Dang.
Yeah. No, I don't want. I don't want her to be upset or anything.
Yeah. Hope she's alright and stuff.
But I don't know. Some people, and I'm one of those people. I tend to react rather than being sad. I tend to become angry first and then sad. Oh yes, I'm I don't think I'm an angry person.
Yeah, you're a nice
Uh,
person.
thank you.
Oh, catch him up. Do you know I'll share? You know I'll share stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, would you like to watch Miss Ma?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. She's very angry. I hope she's alright. Here's a link to her video.
Mm. Oh, so that's where Aiden is.
Yeah. Yeah, put it in the private chat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um. Darn. Let's see. Can you share it?
Yeah. I'll go down to the three dots. Cook, share video.
Wait. Where are the three dots?
Down there by the guy with the plus.
Is it the add source? No. No, that's wrong. Let's see.
There it is.
Oh.
Rules. That's the only way this works. That's the only way it's fair. You can't just play dirty and do whatever you want. You guys don't even know this guy. That's the hilarious part. That's why you guys need Mark. Because he knows him and people listen to Mark. But well, everybody's gonna know he's a lot. Well, hopefully. I don't even know what part it's in, and I don't really care now.
Not a real product.
Because it's just
And
like,
if you
whatever.
go to
It doesn't
their
matter
website,
because
which
we're all
Steve
talking
Lynn,
to walls.
himself designed, I think it's nuxtrax.com, new extracts. And
What do you think?
like in his first trial,
I
they
don't
said that,
know.
you know, Kent was trying to put responsibility off on all these different people. He tried to, you know, say that his wife, Joe, was in charge of all the finances. Well, the court ruled that Kent ruled with an iron fist. That was their determination. Kent was completely in charge, and everybody just did what he said. And that's why Kent ended up with, you know, 10 years, whereas his wife only served 1.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she was involved in the transactions, but it was because Kent was directing her to do these things. And if you guys aren't really familiar with what was the cause of the structuring charges, you know, you're supposed to report to the feds any transactions that are over $10,000.
Sorry?
Keep pausing. We have some news here. Another person, Dusty.
You don't report transactions to the feds. You report them to the IRS.
Oh. I have no idea. I'm not an expert in that. But how are you today?
I miss what I. Hi, Dustin. By the way, I don't think we have met.
How's it going? My name's Dustin. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Deviant.
She knows as the Egyptian lady.
Yeah.
But how's
what were you saying about the IRS?
Yeah.
You don't report transactions of any amount to the FBI. They don't handle transactions. They're not financially inclined unless there's an investigation into your background, and then they deal in banks. Right. So the only time you report any kind of a transaction, it has to be done to the IRS.
Yeah.
Oh. Mr. Mott's doing a response to this video Mark was on. We're watching her watching them. Watch.
It's like Inception.
Now, there's another word for it. We call it the Matrix.
But can't Inception be part of the Matrix?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. If you're talking about like an interface between individuals that have to share the same delusion, of course.
You think this was crazy? Here's the time Lupin did a response to the video Aiden did. I think did a response to his video that did a response to it. Wow, that's a tornado. We think that, Dustin. Remember that?
Yes, I remember that stupid, like, that whole situation. That was so stupid. That whole thing was dumb.
He got in there a little bit. They were talking, and out of nowhere, when you got disagreement with Stump, they put you in the background and then they shut down the show. Remember that, Dustin? Crazy.
Well, yeah, because Stump was. Well, I don't want to rehash old bullcrap, but yeah, if Stump tells me that I'm not supposed to like react to people who make wild and offensive claims against me, but then he'll turn around and make an entire reaction video. And I was trying to point it out to him. He didn't want to hear it. So instead of being a man and owning up to his hypocrisy, he turns around and does the bureaucratic thing and complains about it and uses his position of authority to like pull strings in the background. Yeah, no, it's a typical cop thing to do.
Yeah, that was crazy. It only lasts for a couple minutes. That's the shortest stream ever.
That's because they knew I was coming. They knew. I told them in the video that, look, the thing about it was that, like, when I was coming in for blood, man. That, like, but when I got in there, Aiden stole my idea, and it was disarming. There was nothing I could do because they weren't even talking about the video. They were talking about their response to the video. What do you do with that? There's nothing you can do. I can't. What am I going to go in there all like Rambo and start shooting people for doing something that they were doing? It doesn't make sense.
Wow, that was crazy. Aiden, no, sorry, I got everyone mixed up. I'm sorry. But how's your day been?
I'm getting rained on currently, but I'm okay. I'm not complaining about nothing.
No, tomorrow's the first day of Hanukkah.
Tomorrow's the first day of. No, I did not know that, but now I do.
Yeah, and it's I was like Friday after. I told Skylar about that. He said he doesn't celebrate much any holidays. Only holidays he ever celebrate was Cinco de Mayo and St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
It appears to me that whole water to wine thing has become a little apparent to Skylar.
Isn't St. Patrick's Day celebrating a saint, like Saint Patrick? Isn't that kind
of St. Patty? Yeah, technically. I mean, the Irish are very, very Christian. You may not know that, but that's true.
Yes.
They're very, very Christian. That's why they're not very popular because.
Even about it.
But they are popular for their whiskey.
Sorry, they are what?
They are popular for their whiskey.
Yeah. I'm more into rum. Though I don't drink.
Oh yeah, you like Rome? What part of Rome do you like?
No, not
do you like
Rome.
Greece or?
No, no. Rum.
What part of Rome?
Not Rome.
What'd you say?
Rum.
Yeah.
Oh, rum. I thought you said Rome.
No. Don't insult me.
I'm not trying to. I'm trying to understand.
I know. I'm joking.
So you're a rum girl, huh? Do you like spiced rum or do you like white rum?
Dark.
You like dark? You like spiced rum?
Yeah. Dark
Captain
rum.
Morgan?
Oh yeah.
Got a little captain in you, huh?
Of course.
Yeah, I don't drink the spirits.
I actually, it's not like I don't drink, it's just I haven't drank in like I don't know, 6, 7 years.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Just no reason to celebrate, or you don't have that many friends. One or the other. You either have no reason to celebrate, or you don't have the good friends to drink with. That's generally what it comes down to.
In my every day.
Well, I'm sorry, you cut out. What was that?
There is a party in my head every day.
Well, as far as places to have a party, that's probably the best one.
Yeah, it's interesting. No, it's more I kind of got a bit bad taste.
So, what kind of a gypsy are you? Are you a tarot reader, or do you do water witching?
Gypsy.
Yeah, I know. What kind of gypsy?
I'm not a gypsy.
Oh, you're not?
Egyptian.
Oh, you're Egyptian. Okay, I'm missing the mark everywhere here. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm not from Egypt. I'm Swedish.
You're Swedish.
But I'm an Egyptologist, so I study Egypt.
Can you elaborate on the Great Hall and the sand that they found in
there? The Great Hall, you mean in Karnak?
In the Great Pyramid of Giza?
Yeah, not the Great Hall. I know what you mean, but the sand they found there.
Yeah, they found sand in there. They found when they first excavated the tomb, it was filled with sand.
Yeah, of course. Everything is filled with sand.
Why though?
Well, first off, depending on which you mean the Grand Gallery.
Right, the Grand Gallery. It's also called the Grand Hall, but the Grand Gallery, of course.
Yeah, that's not the grave chamber.
No, I know that.
But prior to the first people who tried to get in there was grave robbers.
Right.
And they did. The pyramids were most likely robbed in the first generation after they were built.
I'm not sure you can say they were necessarily wrong, so much as maybe some of the builders came back and reclaimed some of their property. I mean, I think that might actually be a little more accurate, considering because the dynasties never really.
Wait, you cut out, so I didn't hear the beginning. Sorry.
So, like, you know how they say grave robbers, but some of them might have been the workers who were involved in building, or at least family members, because if memory serves me correctly, the dynasty was behind on paying their bills, right?
No, not for the Great Pyramid. No, but you are correct in that they were most likely the workers. The same thing goes for all the graves in Valley of the Kings, but they are still grave robbers.
Well, it would. I thought the whole idea was that the dynasty hadn't necessarily paid off all their workers.
No.
No.
No, that's not. No.
If I.
What was that?
I don't know. That was weird.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, sorry. there wasn't any issues with finances at all during that time. It became much later, though, which is why the pyramids became smaller. They couldn't build them that large.
Right, because of the financial decline, right? And then eventually what happened was they had a revolt in the worker class because they weren't getting either their food or their feed for the day anymore because they couldn't afford to do it anymore. So the dynasty collapsed.
Oh, Dustin,
right?
I put Brother Pike comment up there.
I saw that.
We sick of it.
I got some grout for him.
Come get some of this grout work.
I got some grout for him.
It
might be the wrong color, but it's definitely going to be growing.
Are you speaking on your phone?
I absolutely am.
Oh yeah.
I'm at work right now. I'm kind of.
Okay. Because I think you're like your microphone is half covered on and off.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to work with it, but I got a traffic control while I'm doing this.
I completely understand.
Thank you for coming.
The Great Pyramid was the first of the ones built on the Giza Plateau. So that's the Khufu or Cheops, but Khufu, and that
named for its graffiti.
Say what now?
Named before its graffiti.
What graffiti?
Because they found an inscription, right, in the secret chamber.
Oh yeah. But that's much later. That graffiti.
Yes, I know.
Oh yeah.
I know.
Yeah. That's right. So this is the fourth dynasty of the Old Kingdom. It's around at the end of the 27th century BCE. So that's around 2615 or so. And the dynasty goes on to for another like 100 years.
Hi,
and
Claude.
It's not until the end of the sixth dynasty that you really start to see this decline, and you go into the first intermediate period, and that's an additional 500 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, mostly family dynasty, right?
Yeah.
The remnants of the old, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, have you ever met someone who's an Egyptian? Not gypsy.
I've met plenty of gypsies. That's why I was interested, because I thought she said she was a gypsy, and I missed the mark. I'm embarrassed, and I apologize. But then again, I didn't hear you too well.
No, it's
okay. Are you a gypsy?
It's okay.
Am I a gypsy? No.
Oh.
No, my mom used to hang out with a lot of gypsies.
I think Claude could be a gypsy.
A French gypsy?
Who would know?
I'm not sure that would work. Gypsies are usually Jewish.
No?
What?
Yeah, gypsies are usually Jewish.
I don't think so.
Oh wait, I'm I have to translate this in my head. Yeah. Never mind. You wouldn't understand because it's in Swedish.
Claude, did you see that M is having a show?
No, I didn't. When's that going to be?
Right now, she's talking about what happened on our video before.
Oh.
She's upset.
So what? Doesn't matter to me. When's it start?
It's right
When
now.
does it start? It doesn't matter to me, but when does it start?
It started earlier.
Okay. Oh, what did
Got
she
you
say?
there,
Oh, it
Claude.
doesn't matter. Oh, what did she say?
All kinds of stuff. She's very upset.
Well, never mind.
Sorry about that. Big Bad Mama, I think is working, doing something. I'm not sure. Got what he's doing, but yeah, he's busy with some. But
Working at being big and bad. Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But how you been? How's your day? What time is it where you're at?
Me?
Yeah.
It's about 7 in the morning. Yeah.
Wow, it's 12:47 here.
Wait. Is it light where you're at?
Only just, yeah.
Just light?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's like summer here. Summer here, you know. Different season.
Oh, because okay, I got you.
Southern hemisphere. Mm.
Oh, it's not winter where you're at.
Oh, it's only 9:40. Wow, you're not that far away from me.
But we're on the next day. It's like Friday here, morning.
Right. But you're still not that far away from me. Like,
Okay.
that's kind of disturbing.
It is.
Oh yeah, you're in New Zealand.
Yes, at the moment, yeah.
I don't necessarily like the amount of distance. There needs to be more. You need to find yourself somewhere farther away.
I'll have to shift to Mars. No.
I need my space, man. You're
Yes.
crowding me.
But you're a super predator. You can fly to the another dimension.
I knew you were gonna come with something like. I was waiting for you to come over the top with something. I knew that it was gonna become a volley spike right there.
Even what happened to your brain? You had the
What
same.
happened to my brain? It's hard to upload avatars onto your website that you have going on here.
Yeah, it's actually it's easier to work than StreamYard, but it's kind of a bit crazy too. So,
Yeah, I have some new avatars I was gonna try out, but it's hard to get the thing to cooperate.
sorry about that.
No big deal.
He's
Yeah, I'm just a black void. There's
yeah, but
nothing there. It's like my heart and my soul and most of all my brain. It's just a void.
oh,
I'm gonna have to disagree with you.
Oh.
you have a heart of gold.
Oh, thank you.
You're on. Yeah.
So you're Egyptian, huh, man? That's wild. Egyptian women are very beautiful.
I'm Swedish.
Well.
She's an
I'm
expert
confused then.
She's an expert about the Egyptians, and she lives in she's Swedish. Lives in Sweden.
Okay, eventually I'm gonna catch up with this because Swedish women are really gorgeous too.
Yeah, most maybe, but not all are lucky, you know.
Not all are lucky. I mean, There is a little bit of a genetic lottery that goes with it.
Yeah, sure. But Swedes are supposed to be tall. I'm not tall.
How tall are you?
Like, wait, I have to 5'2".
5'2", 5 foot
Yeah,
2 inches. So you're what, like
158.
a meter,
Sorry,
a meter point 7, whatever.
no, I'm meter point 5'8".
A meter point 58. I
Yeah.
can do a little bit of conversion in my head. I'm not
Oh,
completely lost in the metric.
awesome, awesome. You're one of very, very few Americans.
I do my best. I know that a yard, or I mean a cubic meter is 3 yards by 3.
Dustin, do you
What?
also have Swedish heritage too?
Yes, actually I do. I have Swedish and Dutch.
Do you
Really?
also have
I
Yes,
have
Norwegian?
Dutch
my
heritage
mother's full
too.
blown Swedish. My
Shit.
mother's last name is Street, Streed.
What? For
Yeah,
real?
absolutely. 110%.
Do you
What if
know
you're
where in
related?
Sweden she's from?
Yeah.
Oh no. See, that's my grandmother's side. She would know all that, and I don't really talk to her much anymore. We
Okay.
had kind of a falling out when I was really, really young.
Oh,
Oh, sorry about that.
yeah.
No big deal.
It
Oh,
it depends. I don't have contact with all of my so-called family members either.
sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm
So
better
are
at.
you native Swedish, or did your family migrate?
No, I'm native.
You're
I'm
native Swedish?
very, yeah, I'm extremely Swedish, and if you go back, there is some Danish and Norwegian, and we have
Can I
one.
ask you
Yeah.
can I ask you your family name?
Uh, yeah, I don't have my family. I don't have my family name.
You don't know your family name?
No, I don't have it. I've
We
changed.
we we might be related.
But it's
I'm not
not
gonna lie to
Street.
you.
It's
There's a
not Street.
possibility. What's
There
that?
is.
Yeah,
It's not
there's a strong.
Street.
I don't speak Swedish. I'm sorry.
Sorry, it's not Strid. Strid is your mother's maiden name in Swedish. Strid.
Right, right.
Oh,
It might have
what,
changed. I don't know. I got to do the genealogy on my mother's side and start answering questions.
Yeah.
what's on your dad's side?
Oh God, my dad was insane. My dad was special forces, and he had a long line of military family.
Oh,
Yeah, my on my dad's side was German, Dutch, Swedish, like all. Yeah, he was a Heinz 57. You'd have a hard time tracking down. Just trust me. My dad's side of the family was insane.
me too.
We have, or on my dad's side, we have in the 1600s, we have Dutch heritage coming in.
Yeah, we
But
might be related. I'm sorry. We might very well be related. You might be my great like nephew or niece removed, something along those lines, a cousin of some distant relative.
you never know. I'm related to on very distant paths, related to some very prominent historical Swedes, and even further back. some of those in the upper stratas of society tend to create a lot of illegitimate children.
Claude, I think he's related to a poignant guy.
Yeah, I can see that.
To what? A what guy?
Napoleon.
To Napoleon.
Oh,
Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah, I can see him totally being related.
Not that guy. The other guy. No, just Napoleon.
Oh, you mean the short guy with the inferiority complex?
Yeah. Are you related to
Shot.
Claude?
who died
Claude?
in exile in Corsica.
Claude?
His balls are still bouncing around here somewhere. Stop breaking Claude's balls.
Claude, are you there?
Claude?
Oh no.
He might have died.
Are
He's
you alright,
probably
Claude?
dead.
Ooh, I had a missed call. Called me.
Who called you?
I don't know.
What if it was the Illuminati?
It's possible.
Probably. They call everyone all the time.
They even call Father.
I think you're mistaking the Illuminati with telephone scammers.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry, I get them confused like all the time. It's
Oh, hey guys, I'm gonna silence myself here because we're gonna be moving here in a second.
Okay. My buddies. Claude, are you there?
Yes, I just got back.
Oh, okay. Are you related to that Napoleon guy?
And Napoleon Bonaparte, yes.
Oh, you're related to him?
Yes, I think so. Because you know how he said, "Not tonight, Josephine."
Yeah.
One night he said yes to Josephine, and my family are a product of that, I think. Yeah.
Oh.
Are you also related to Napoleon Dynamite?
We could be maybe on the other side of the family, yes. And I'm of course related from the Belgian balls too. You know, the balls of Belgium, very well-known family in Belgium. Yeah, the Brussels balls of Belgium, they call them. Yeah.
Do you know what happened to Josephine?
No, I don't know. Tell me. Did she go to Egypt? Huh?
No. She went to Sweden.
Oh,
wow.
If I'm not completely mistaken, I have to double check because sometimes my brain is a tiny shriveled little bastard. I might be wrong. It could have been her sister.
Where is ABBA from?
Sweden.
Ah.
Of course.
Oh, did you see that new movie about Napoleon?
Me? No.
Oh, yeah, they made a new movie out that at the box office. It did good.
Ah. Well, I'll have to go and see. I can ask to get in free. I can say, hey, I am related to the Napoleon. Let me in for nothing. Yeah.
I'm sure they will.
I think that might work if you have like a family creed or some kind of like a historical document.
Do you know Bjorn from the group ABBA?
Yeah. Bjorn Ulvaeus.
I'm not related to him. No. I'm not related. Yeah.
Are you related to?
I've seen Bjorn Ulvaeus. I've seen him play live as a single act, not that many years ago.
Are you
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got the gals on the DNA test also 29% German and French. Oh, I could be related to Claude too.
You
German.
family
You could
ties
be.
are
I could definitely see the family resemblance.
Logan, did you say you are German too?
Yeah,
Is your middle name? You have a middle name? Is it Adolf?
no.
Oh.
Claude. You
That's
French
Dustin's
bastard.
middle name.
Is it Brunhilde?
No.
Huh?
That'll be Dustin's middle name. I try. But yeah, I could be related to you, Claude.
I think we're probably all related.
Even to
More or
the
less.
super predator.
If you go back far enough.
Wow.
Yeah.
Super predator lives on Super Mars. He's very super.
Well,
I
whether
mean,
you believe in Christian or evolution doesn't matter. They all say we are related.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
that's why I didn't argue with you. I mean, technically you're right, but I doubt that you're right for the right reasons.
So we could be cousins, you know, but like a million times removed, as it were.
Never in
removed
history have I ever wanted you to be more right, because then there's the possibility we aren't related.
That's mean. I sense a hint of mean.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
it's there. I mean, I can tolerate him for a certain amount of time and pretend like I can be nice. I'm
Oh,
sorry. There's just something about Claude that rubs me the wrong way.
oh no.
I think it's, Claude Bowles is a very rubs people up different ways. Yes. I was rubbed up the wrong way the other day, but I changed my underwear and I'm now okay.
Oh, that's
See, then you go something like that and completely redeem yourself. I can't stay mad at him. I can't. Like, I don't like him, but I'm not mad at him. I laugh all the time. He's got a good sense of humor. I mean, he's got redeeming qualities. So they out.
Oh dear.
Logan, did you see Faithful's in chat?
Oh, Faithful's in the chat?
Yeah. She knows all about Josephine.
Oh.
Yeah, Josephine had a sister named Desiree.
Oh.
She went to Sweden and then she left because it was miserable and cold, and she considered us not unsophisticated and kind of barbaric.
Oh, what time is it where you live?
It's 7 p.m.
In the morning?
No, p.m.
Oh, yeah. Afternoon? Oh.
Yeah, early evening.
I love you, Logan. I love you so much, buddy.
Oh, thank you. You're 6 hours ahead of us. And what the?
But there's blue sky with clouds, or it's snow. It could be snow. I can't actually tell.
Yeah, it's clouds.
It is, yeah.
But is it very cold where you live?
It actually is. It was. Now it's not that cold. It's like maybe 4 degrees minus Celsius. Is that?
Wow.
But it was like 10, 12 degrees minus earlier today.
Dustin working hard. He's part of the
He's
village people.
He's pretending.
Stop doing that to me, okay? You realize I got people like calling me YMCA, like literally screaming it at me off the side of their car. You're not that popular, Logan. Knock that off.
Logan is the most populous. Popular, not populous. There aren't people living inside him.
Who started that was Stump. Remember it, Dustin?
It doesn't matter who started it, it's who made it worse.
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. You could be the super predator. You're very super.
You're never gonna let me just be me. It's always gonna be some persona, something like you got me in a hard hat dancing. I don't even dance.
Hard hat dancing. That's like YMCA.
Can I call you Uncle Boss?
Because
Okay.
I'm very good at ballroom dancing.
Dude, I think we need to rename you the Bells Dancing because you are the belle of the balls.
Well, that could be right. Well, I thought you said bowels for a minute, but bell is okay.
No, I hadn't. I wasn't aiming that direction, but in the future, I will remember that.
Yes, because I'm full of something.
Are you married, Claude? Are you married? No, Claude is free.
Claude is the most eligible bachelor on the planet. They call him the Pink Panther.
Yes, that's me.
He gets all the ladies.
I was just thinking, if he had a missus, she would be belle of the balls.
She would be Swedish, beautiful.
She was just belling your balls for you.
Oh my goodness.
Why do you keep bringing your balls into this, Dad? We don't need your balls. Enough breaking Claude's balls, okay? We need to put the balls away.
Right?
Remember that time you said you would kick Aiden? Remember? Remember that, Dustin?
I specifically said nuts to avoid this conversation.
Oh, okay.
Imagine, if I was to get married and we used the name of my girlfriend and her family name was Nut, it would be Claude Nutballs. Would be the new name. And if her first name was P, she would be P Nutballs.
P Nutballs. Or Pepe Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew balls.
What if her first name was me?
Yeah.
What if her first name is Meat?
Meat.
Meatballs.
Meat not balls.
Very good.
Meatballs. I don't want to talk about that sauce.
Please don't. Please don't.
I'm not going to. I'm just trying to seal off that line of conversation before we go down that road.
Oh, you did a wonderful job bringing the sauce.
Yes. And this time, don't forget the gravy.
As long as her name Maybe I could marry. I had a very lovely lady once. Her first name was Ophelia, but she would not get married to me because Ophelia balls didn't sound too good.
Outcast. Faithful.
That sounds like a proposition rather than a name.
Yeah. Oh, but Faithful, I sent an answer to you. I have
Ghost, I have to go for a bit. I will come back in maybe. I will check in about half an hour and see if you're still on. Okay? I'll say goodbye in the meantime. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.
We'll miss you.
Hey, be careful. Don't step on your balls.
Or sit on them.
I mean, if you can step on them, I imagine sitting is just as much of a hazard. Yes.
Or fun. It depends on your inclination.
I mean, if I had balls big enough to bounce on, like one of those little bouncy things you get in kindergarten, man, I would. Yeah. I don't think I'd ever quit.
That's what I'm saying. You never know until you've tried. One day, when you get older, you might reach there.
I'm not going for that direct. I don't want balls that big, okay? That does not sound enticing. I don't think I'll ever get again. Could you imagine, like, right in the middle of sex, hey, look at these bad boys. Nope, she'd be out the window. That would not be a selling point. Size does matter. I promise. That doesn't work.
Bouncing around the room. No, that would not be a turn on, that's for sure.
Oh, her video's over.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's haggard.
Is that your catchphrase?
It is. It's one of my catchphrases, along with "wubba wubba dub dub."
Yeah, when you're singing with your friends on the Navy. Oh, no.
Mine's Kuken i Märsta.
Kuken Meshta?
Okay.
Yes.
Where you get the name?
What is that?
Go ahead.
No, hold on. I gotta hear this. Translation, please.
So Märsta is a suburb to Stockholm.
Okay.
And I don't know, how sensitive are your ears? I mean, we have talked a lot about balls. So
I'm not. Look, hey, if you can say it, I can imagine it. Let's go.
It means dick. The dick from Märsta.
That's awesome. I'm glad that you are very, very non-squeamish about talking about the male genitalia. That means that we can have a very good conversation and relationship between the two of us. Because fortunately, that does come up in conversation quite often.
Yeah.
Here's what people say.
What?
Yeah.
What was that?
No, it was Faithful emailed me and she wondered if I had gotten the email. I said I had already replied. So she found it.
That's good.
It was going to be a short one, but I rambled on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Und so weiter.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, she has missing mod. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, Miss Mod had that. That's
Yeah.
people.
I hope she feels better after ventilating, at least.
Yeah.
Did she vent? Did we have a venting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
She's a mad about what they said, I guess.
Who's
She
they?
marking them and clauding them and yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she's doing her rogue thing.
Yeah, and she called Big Bad Mama and them hypocrites, I guess.
Well, they are hypocrites. I'm not gonna back down from that.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because we were having a discussion about how science was supposed to. Well, I postulated that if science had the ability to supplant or replace religion, it would have done so, right? And Big Bad Mama came back with a retort that the cell phone that I'm using right now is science based. Where I agree with him is that they made the precursor. Where I disagree with him is that it didn't take science to make the cell phone what it is today. It took engineering, right? The scientists make the precursor, and an engineer has to come from the numbers, build templates, make the machine that builds the machine, because you can't just get from science to a finished product. Scientists don't do that. Scientists make models and predictions, and then they collaborate with other scientists so that they can reproduce their results in different places. And the more demonstratability you can produce, right? Well, and that's the thing is like, but when I tried rebutting that, they brought up a religious point that had nothing to do with science to try and change the direction of the conversation. Bottom line is that's a hypocritical stance. If I would have done that, I would have to admit that I was being a hypocrite. They will stand on principle and hide behind little rescue devices to try and pretend like they still have a viable argument when they won't even actually address the core I was trying to say.
Well, you ever heard of the hypocritical oath?
That's the Hippocratic oath, okay?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Sorry about
Logan, you're such a gem.
that. Thank you. I get to her. Sorry. But
you know, I mean, I think that if I was in the position of Big Bad Mama, okay, I would have taken the time to acknowledge that the retort that Aiden was trying to put in there, which was surreptitious and poorly timed, I might add, it's completely. I mean, yeah, I would have told him that's drawing outside of the color lines of our conversation. He's trying to shift the focus. Our conversation wasn't about Christianity. Our conversation was about science and their ability to replace outdated or misconcepted information that usually turns into folklore.
Wait, what turns into folklore?
Oh, like Santa Claus?
Yeah, right? Like you got a guy who has an idea, right? Because the idea was good, somebody else turned it into something that it wasn't. I mean, that's just the reality. Saying Adolf Hitler was Christian is like saying I am a third-time world wood shoe clogging champion. Like, I've never been shoe clogging in not one day in my life. But you know, like, that's a dance. That's a Swedish dance, right?
Oh.
With the wooden shoes.
Yeah.
Clogging, I believe.
Yeah, clogs. But
yeah, clogs. Yeah.
To me, it's more of a American thing. Though I love it.
yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I'm a fan.
It's not technically traditional, but
really.
But it is still a Swedish thing. I mean, that's why I know about it.
But we don't do that. Ever.
I'm not saying you do, but it is still a Swedish thing.
I've never seen it that way. I will have to research the clogging history of Sweden, I think.
Well, that's like Japan doesn't actually have those fortune cookies that was actually made in America. Is it like that?
Well, that would be Chinese, but yeah, technically. I mean, when you come to a land of opportunity and you decide you want to reinvent yourself, it becomes kind of a, I don't know if you want to put it this way, but an ethnic trope.
Yeah, sure.
So, I mean, it's to embrace the clogging tradition of American Swedish person, but I feel a little left out because I should still be considered a Swede even though I clog.
But of course, I would love it if I could do that. I want to be able to play the banjo and do some clog dancing.
Oh God! Don't even get into the. The hours of bullcrap I had to learn. Oh my God!
It's my dream.
Please no, I don't. I'm sorry.
I wish I had a banjo.
Yeah.
But I guess my neighbors are happy I don't.
What do you do in Swedish? In Sweden?
I am nowadays. I'm retired. I'm in early retirement.
What sports?
So what was your profession?
Yeah.
I'm an Egyptologist and an archaeologist. So I have worked as an archaeologist. I haven't worked as an Egyptologist, but I have the same level of education in both subjects. So I have 2 degrees.
So did you get your 45 and your bullwhip and your Indiana Jones hat?
I thought I would get it, and they never gave it to us. I was so bummed out. I was like, okay, it's graduation. Where's my hat? Where's my bullwhip?
Right.
No, I mean, we were like, I don't know, 20 people or something. No one got it.
Huh.
Not even Dustin Buck?
Sorry?
What?
Not even Dustin Buck got it?
No. I had to buy mine. But I do have it certified through the Swedish Institute of Indiana Jones. I have the certificate.
That's balls.
Yeah. What if they did pay you to be part of the village people? Would you?
Do you take money to stand in a shithole right now?
What if they pay you 100,000?
You would pay for that.
No, I would get paid for that.
Oh, you would get paid. That doesn't work.
Right. See, I had to diffuse where you were going there. I knew what you were thinking. I knew where you were going with that one. I would have to head you off at the pass there.
Damn it. I'll get you next time.
I know you're smart. I'm slippery though. You're gonna get me. You better be up pretty early.
I'm gonna be prepared next time. You just wait and see.
Oh, we have to rechange this terrain.
So, what part of the U.S. are you in? If you have rain.
Right now, I'm in the Northwest, in Washington State, the Northwest, the Great West.
Well, have you ever run to Skyrim?
No, it would be. Why is he up here?
Oh, he's not here right now, but he been on the show the other day.
Yeah, I know. I was kind of there for it.
Yeah.
I think I misheard you, Logan. I thought you said, "Have you run to Scotland?"
Well, I mean,
Skylar.
Ah, Skylar.
Have you ran into Skylar? Scotland,
Yeah.
Skylar.
Got it. Got it. Damn it. Green paint.
yeah. Even Aiden was on in her comments earlier. Miss Mott's comments.
Yeah, he was quite active.
And Truck Driver Billy. Have you ever met Truck Driver Billy, Dustin? He's a good truck
I don't
driver.
believe so.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, he does reviews about cartoons and stuff.
Cartoons? I don't know. I feel like all you need to be an expert in cartoons is a good 16 or 0 to 16-year-old childhood.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what are we talking about? Talking about domestic? Are we talking about foreign? What are we talking
All kinds, I think he does. A lot of modern day cartoons and stuff. And all kinds of
Yeah, he
stuff.
does like reviews or
Yeah.
yeah.
He's a truck driver, Billy. So funny that one video she did a response to. It either had that big blue screen, then Quad's video up there, and then it had Truck Driver Billy. His show him driving.
Yeah, he turned his camera on by mistake, right?
No, I think it was on purpose, but it actually worked. I think I got everything fixed out. I don't get what happened that day. So crazy. But
Yeah, there were a lot of sound issues. You don't have any of those sound issues now.
oh, that's good.
Yeah.
But Dustin.
Yeah.
Do they pay you like $1,000 an hour?
I wish. Then again, they'd probably end up. Then rent would probably be like $100,000 a month.
Yeah. Miss Outcast. Did they pay you $1,000 an hour to do your job when you worked there?
It depends. She got special rates depending on what she was given. And then there's only like a certain number of companies you can go out and do this for, isn't there?
Exactly what are you implying, dear sir?
Well, I mean, there are different rates for different jobs, aren't there?
Of course.
Like if you're talking about like if I was to come to you with like as a company and I wanted your research, I wouldn't pay you as much as like I was to have a site that I needed you to come out and dig on.
No. That's true.
Right. So like if you were a specialist and they had like they come across a cache of broken pottery and they needed you to come and authenticate the site, then your rate would go up, wouldn't it? Right.
Yeah, under normal circumstances, but we're talking about archaeology here. There isn't much money in archaeology. You're extremely low paid, if paid at all, and you're only hired per season. So half the year, when it's not dig season, you're unemployed. And you have to find some work. Either, if you're lucky, you might be able to work at the university with the material from last season's dig. But I have never worked as an archaeologist in Sweden. I worked as an archaeologist in Czech Republic.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you were reliant on public funds. That's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, and it's the same in Sweden. I think now there is. I think there are 2 privately owned archaeology firms, companies in Sweden. There might just be one.
Right. In the Czech Republic, though, really?
No. In Sweden, there's only one. In the Czech Republic, I went with a university. So
no, that would have made sense. They don't really. The Czech Republics don't really have that many private industries, do they? I mean, the last I checked, at least, they're not really a prosperous people. That's interesting to me. Why? How did you get hired on there?
It was more or less not an exchange thing, but it was a collaboration between my university and the institute of, it's called Masaryk Institute.
So you started out as
No.
No?
No, not. I mean, it's not an internship in that way. So we were paid, and we got room and board, of course, or room.
Was it like a per diem or a stims check?
What was the first thing?
Per diem. Per diem.
Ooh, I'm not sure what that is. I'm not familiar with the term.
Per diem is like an allowance. It's a non-taxable amount to give you for living expenses.
Oh, okay, I get it. No, yeah. This was tax deductible.
Tax deducted.
Yeah.
Yeah, tax deductible.
We were paid from Sweden and not from the Czech Republic. So, okay, we were paid by the university here in Sweden.
Yeah.
They had an exchange with this institute that's affiliated with the University of Brno. So
I want to see that. When was this?
This was in 2001, 2002, and 2003.
Did you have a name for your project?
I couldn't go.
Did you have a name project?
No. There's an excavation south, or there's a Roman fortress south
Okay.
of Brno, close to the Austrian border. They have been digging there since at least the early 1900s. In not every year, but it's been excavated for a long time. And that was our main excavation site. But we also went out, for instance, one day we had to go to a neighboring village to because they were laying out new, not water, like pipes in the ground, and accidentally came across human remains. So we went there and did an excavation, and we also went to a couple of miles north, not miles. That's a translation. That's bad Swedish translation. Mil, 10 kilometers is 1 mil, so miles. But like I think like 80 to 100 kilometers northeast of Brno. They were building like a mall. So the ground where the mall was supposed to be built was needed to be excavated. So we went there as well. But the main location was this. Sorry?
So is there a law that dictates whether or not, like, I'm trying to figure this, because where were you again? You said you were on the border of
close to the Austrian border.
Close to the Austria and the Czech Republic. So, and it wasn't private. That's
no.
Interesting. Law that.
Oh yeah.
Does it mean that the public has main jurisdiction, or because people makes sense? Who takes ship over the fine, and then how distributed, and then who takes down the historical notes? I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me. If you're going to be, I'm sorry, the Institute. Which one?
Yeah. The one we were working for. So it's an archaeological institute. And
I'm going to have to find out which one this is.
I can see if I can find, like, this is so long ago. So back then, I mean, of course, internet was around in the early 2000s, but not so much in the Czech Republic. Let's see here, Mushov.
Let me find out that it was an American grant. Let me find that out. Let me find out that my American tax dollars are over there excavating. Ooh, you're talking lawsuit.
That's not how this works. There we have Masaryk. I think this might be.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, Outcast, I have a question for you. Is it true they found Sodom Gomorrah, and was it in Egypt?
Yeah, they found Sodom and Gomorrah. Yes, they found the salt. What?
They didn't?
You're telling me they didn't find Sodom and Gomorrah?
Yep.
Oh,
what?
How do you know?
Yeah.
Say more words.
Found Sodom and Gomorrah. They haven't found
Say more
Sodom
words.
and Gomorrah.
I heard that. Say more words.
What?
They haven't found Sodom and Gomorrah. No one has found Sodom and Gomorrah.
Oh, Skyler said the other day this is what he said. They found sulfur balls and scientists couldn't explain it.
That's exactly my understanding too. Is that they found Sodom and Gomorrah? It was covered in sulfur that you can still burn today. Where are you basing this off of? What am I missing?
I have no idea what. Wait. I'm doing multiple things now because I'm trying to find this Masaryk Institute for you at the same time, and I'm not a multitasker.
That's fine. Take your time. I'm not trying to overload you. You just blew my mind with your pre-pronouncement right now.
Da, da, da. Wait.
Claude.
Hello.
Hello,
How you
Claude.
been?
What's
Did
happening?
you have fun?
Well, I just had a shower, so it wasn't so much fun, you know. It's just alone. And, you know, I was thinking of, you know, my fiance Ophelia, but
Have you ever heard that guy who's the producer of Aaron Raw? He has 2 girlfriends.
Really? Oh.
And he kind of like Dustin, but Dustin has 3 girlfriends.
I mean, I've had some over the years, different ones. There's a Russian one I went out with once. Grabya. Her name was Grabya.
Oh.
So she wouldn't get married to me either because of the name. Grabya.
Yeah,
I could see you and Grabya in Vegas real quick. I could see that happening. The beautiful thing about marriages is that they can be annulled.
Yeah.
Dustin, yeah. This guy has 2 girlfriends. But
I have
Claude
no idea who you're talking about.
He's the producer of that guy, Aaron Raw. I always
Claude's
know him as the guy.
Peter the Tucker.
Yeah.
What? What am I missing here? You guys are like, you're speaking some foreign language to me right now. Like I know some Swedish, and I gotta tell you, I'm lost. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Peter, that's the name of the guy I think who got 2 girlfriends, and he's the producer of Aaron Raw.
Peter, some guy named Peter. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, he got 2 girlfriends. He's a legend.
I mean, I had 2 girlfriends until recently, but you don't see me with legendary status.
Oh, you're the super predator.
Don't go there when we're talking about girlfriends, okay? Like that is not a good thing to say when we're talking about women. That is not what. Okay, I'm gonna change my avatar now, thanks to you.
Oh, sorry.
That's sick. That is not what I was intending.
Claudia, like 5 girlfriends.
Claude, probably with a name like Balls. I mean, for the longest time, I didn't think that's what that said. Right? Like I kept in my mind like trying to justify it as brawls or something. Like because it just in my mind it doesn't compute. Claude and Balls. Those 2 things don't belong together.
He's late to John Claude.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Is he from Sweden?
No, he's
I don't think he's actually French, though. I think he's German.
Is this
Austrian or whatever?
Jean-Claude.
What about this Peter the? It's a very rude name, Peter the Fucker.
Hey, Claude.
Tuck your balls in.
Claude, serious question.
Yes.
Serious question. Are you familiar with the Paysor family?
No. Paysor, is it? You say?
Yeah, Paysor. They're French.
No, I honestly don't know of them. It's unusual, but yeah. They are very big,
Would you
powerful.
Yeah. Would you do me a favor and do some research? My understanding is the Paysor family were the precursor to the banking system that we have today. It was generated and spawned in France.
Okay, can you spell that name for me? Do you know? Is it P-A-Y? Yeah, Paysor.
Oh man, you're gonna hit me with the spelling. Let me look it up real quick. Let me look it up real quick. I Paysor.
Oh, here we go. Oh, they talk about. Oh no, that's an American Paysor. P-A-Y. All right. P-A-Y. Paysor. I probably will have to. Yeah, I can't find anything at the moment, but I will look in. I'll try and find the name. Yeah, I'm trying to Paysor French. Yeah,
I figured you'd be the guy to ask about because my research leads me to believe.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's right. I think because it's I probably can't get the right. I can't get the spelling right. I think that's what my problem is. So I'm going to try several different ways. So, yeah. So tell me, they're a French family who, before the banking system come in, is that right?
So back before we had banking, the king used to make post. What was it? It was like the original post office, right? The post was a way of conveying debt. Okay, the Paysor family adopted that system and turned it into a bank. Right, so they were the original like banker essentially. It didn't become what it is today until they started trading in gold for certificates. It really took off, but it wouldn't. The bank system wouldn't be what it is today without the Paysor family. That's standing.
I can find something about the Rothschilds. You might know that name.
I know the Rothschilds. Yeah. Right.
So maybe they could be even a relative there. I will keep looking and eventually find something. Yeah.
That would be awesome. Appreciate that because it would help me in my research. I'm trying to do some legal filings in a court case, and if I can find some actual grounds behind these things, then maybe there's actual. I don't know. I didn't think my other court case was going to go the way it did, but I'm starting to find that there's some interesting things in our law that comes from the French having to do with debt reclaiming and a few other things.
Okay. Yes, so far nothing about that name, but there's lots about Rothschild. Maybe that will help too. They seem to be very big in all that. Yeah.
Well, anyway, that was a sidebar.
Yeah. No worries. Yeah. And what else has been happening on the show when I've been away?
We have been scouring the mysteries of the universe and making some very interesting jokes.
Oh dear. So, and the missing mod is having a show. Did you say Gangster or not? The one I don't care about.
I think right. I think she's ended it.
All right.
Wait, now I'm digging through my. I have to find the spelling of this damn institute so I can search it online because it doesn't work otherwise. Where is what?
Gangster, how do you have so many interesting friends, man?
It's a secret.
Right? I don't know how he does it. I really don't. I don't know how he does it. He's got all these interesting people with all this interesting information and keep my brain occupied for days. It's interesting.
Let's see. I think this. No, not that. Tänka.
Hey, would you guys over in Sweden turn your damn faucet off so we can stop getting rained on over here?
No. It's a gift, and you should be thankful.
Oh, I'm thankful. I just want it to be a little bit later or anytime I'm not outside.
But why are you outside?
I'm
to
doing
yourself?
a job outside right now. Because I'm working.
What do you do for work?
Well, I do all different stuff. It depends. Like, some I'm a welder. Some days I'm traffic control. Some days I'm a material handler. It depends.
From welder to traffic control? That's quite a jump.
That's because I got tired of being a roofer. So I'm trying to find a new profession. If I could find good, solid, steady work as a welder, I'd probably be a full-time welder. That for right now is hit and miss.
That's bad. But you never know. One day.
The war in Ukraine kind of screwed things up over here. We were going pretty good, and then all of a sudden our boats got pulled, and a bunch of contracts got reorganized and shifted overseas. It's bullcrap.
Yeah, it's pretty bad in Ukraine too, I've heard.
Especially because of the war especially because of what's going on over in Jerusalem right now. All the aid is drying up for Ukraine.
all the what?
The aid, the money we were sending over there.
Oh yeah,
they stopped sending
right.
it over.
So has the US stopped their help to Ukraine?
Yeah, they quit. So, well, they're still sending money. They're not sending it at war, right? Like we were sending billions of dollars like almost every other week. Like now it's maybe $1 million every month because of what's going on in Jerusalem. Right? You know, Zelensky's getting tired of not getting that money. He's going to start rolling on Biden soon. You remember that time? And I can just see it. I can see Zelensky on the phone to Biden. You better start giving us that money.
Well, he wants it.
No, not really. Zelensky could end this war real quick. He could. He just doesn't want to.
He could give in and become part of Russia. But I mean, if it was my country, I wouldn't do that.
You know why America hasn't really engaged in this war? It's because of the treaty. Zelensky was not supposed to align with NATO. But that's what they're doing, aligning themselves with NATO. The whole reason that sovereign boundary...
I can't hear what you're saying. It was just... You said
the whole reason for that sovereign boundary of Ukraine was they could keep a bulkhead against the UN. Okay, that was the whole point. Was because the whole reason that Gorbachev, can't say that name, pulled down the wall was because they struck up a treaty, right, to keep NATO out of Ukraine. And because NATO started infiltrating Ukraine and Ukraine started receiving them, I mean, if I was Putin, I would have done the same thing. They violated the treaty.
Sure,
they're not supposed to do that. They're not a sovereign country. They have a treaty. They have a treaty with Russia. They have to obey the treaty.
No.
Otherwise,
they don't have
a treaty absolutely.
With Russia. They are a sovereign country.
No, they have a treaty with Russia. I'm telling you they do.
Russia doesn't own the Ukraine.
No, they don't own the Ukraine, but Ukraine and Russia have a treaty. They do. They have a treaty with the UN. I mean, they're not supposed to. They're
sure. I'm not saying there are no treaties on any parts. Every country has some kind of treaty with some other nation around the globe. That's how it's structured. But that doesn't give them the right to invade and... Sorry?
He didn't. That's actually technically not what happened. If you want to go back in history, okay, what happened was there were certain jurisdictions inside of Ukraine that had petitioned Vladimir Putin to make them safe zones. Because if we're being honest about it, there's a huge Nazi problem in the Ukraine. They were considered safe zones. He didn't invade. He was invited in.
Yeah, he did. No, he did not. He was not invited.
Certain jurisdictions did. Certain jurisdictions certainly invited him in to come and create peace. That's exactly what happened. That's what he did. That was back when Trump was still in office. That was what Vladimir Putin was trying to do. He was trying to get certain areas quarantined as safe zones so that they could come in and regulate. And the jurisdictions capitulated. That was the whole reason that they didn't, quote unquote, cross a red line when they, quote unquote, invaded. That's not what happened. Because if that was what would happen, then NATO would have invaded Russia. Still haven't done that.
No, because the Ukraine isn't part of NATO. The Ukraine isn't part of NATO.
That's true.
Well,
that's not true.
Logan, you were about to say, yes, it is. I will stand my ground. We can say, yes, it is. No, it isn't for weeks. I don't think we will get any further. What were you about to say, Logan?
Outcast, I have 2 questions.
Yeah?
One is, where did Claude go? Claude? Where did he go?
Oh.
He probably didn't have any ins into the conversation and he had something better to do.
Did he jump off the...
Second is, what?
Yeah?
And he's not here. But can I ask you a question? He said they didn't find it. Saying that what Skylar told me. That's not true.
Okay,
they didn't find that Tommy Gomorrah.
Wait, there is There's this guy.
Yeah.
Claims. He claims is the problem is that he's not doing proper archaeology. He's not a proper archaeologist, which is the first issue. And I have to, because I have to be honest, I am not super up to date on the details. Like I can't remember the guy's name. I've heard it in the background. So I can't give like super detailed instructions. What instructions? Information. What I can say is that his conclusions are not supported by any other, like by archaeologists in the field. And more than that, I don't really feel super comfortable. I can look at the information and see what I can find.
Sorry about that.
No, don't be sorry.
Do you know who this guy is? I put an answer up there.
Udaf Hegku? I don't know. He's some kind of a bleeding heart lefty, thinking that I don't know. This guy's on another level. His statements and what the hell he's even thinking. Look, if Putin had invaded Ukraine, right? Like they're saying that he did. Ukraine has treaties with other countries, right? Where if it was declared war, I mean, I haven't even official declaration of war from the Ukraine. I've seen one from Russia, but I haven't seen one.
They were invaded. You don't make a declaration of war when you are invaded. It's the invading force.
Which means that they're not. If they're, yeah, but the thing is that you would think that they would mount offensive at some point.
But they have.
Into Russia.
Oh my God! What have they been doing for almost 2 years? No, why would
then
they
you
go
need
into
if
Russia?
you're mounting.
They are trying to defend their country.
Exactly what I'm saying.
If your house is burglared, you don't go
and
burglar the burglar's house when they are inside your house. You make sure they get the fuck out, right?
No, that's not true. If your house is being burgled, you call in reinforcements, right?
Yeah, which
and
they
then
have done.
There's a declaration after there's been sufficient evidence being found, and then what happens is there's a declaration of war, right? None of these things has happened.
What are you talking about?
Okay, we'll put this real simple. When Britain invaded America, America declared war on Britain. Right? It's not unheard of. This is something that happens.
You're saying that the Ukraine has not what's the word? Oh my God. Have not basically not defended themselves. There has not been an offense. My brain is all jumbled now. Damn it.
We see this guy in the comments saying,
I recognize
So you could come on.
the name. Yeah. I mean, it's not up to
You could
me,
come
of
on.
course.
You could always invite anyone you want on here.
Where is he? Oh, there.
You could come on here. I can't pronounce his name.
I can't pronounce his name.
Dustin.
His?
What?
I have no idea. Would you like to come on, sir?
Yeah, me either.
Sir?
Yeah, I'll put another link in the same jig if he wants to come on. Yeah, Dustin.
Yes.
Well,
what?
Have you heard of? Have you ever heard of that guy? I forget everyone's name, but Wyatt. Ron Wyatt.
Wyatt. Yeah, I've heard of Ron Wyatt.
Yeah, he's a
Why?
big. He's a hero. I think he's a hero of Steven. Is that true?
Yeah, well, I mean, hero's probably a stretch, but idol maybe. Oh, well, not idol. Friend and resource would be my way of qualifying that.
Yeah, he hold. I actually seen Steven said he hold the parts of the Ark. I think.
Yeah, he did. He held parts of the Ark and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, Mary Schweitzer. No, not Mary Schweitzer. I can't remember the lady's name.
Mary
Wyatt's wife.
Schweitzer. Is that the Mary Schweitzer? Is that the scientist who found
DNA in dinosaur bones? Yeah, I can't remember her name. The lady from the lady who's Ron Wyatt's wife. I can't remember that lady's name.
Yeah, me either. Steven would know. He talks to her a lot. Even Skyler knows about him. Skyler said he's famous worldwide.
Yeah, Ron Wyatt. Yeah, he's known everywhere for his discoveries. Right, and he's also very like slandered. They slander him every chance they get.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Would you ever like to go to Egypt? What country would you ever been to another country? Me, I'm going to another country.
I was close to Mexico once, and I live right next to Canada, so I mean, no, I've never actually been to another country, but I've been close.
I live not too far from Canada.
Canada, No, I've never been to another country, although I kind of want to. That would be kind of cool. Although, like, I mean, when am I gonna I'm gonna go to another country, and what exactly? Is there something about going to another country that's exciting? In all honesty, I live in the best country there is because I can go anywhere and I can do anything.
But you can do that in many other countries as well. I mean, I can travel all over Europe. I can go wherever.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't because I don't have the money. But if I did,
would you ever? Have you ever been to the UK?
Me?
Outcast. Has she ever been to the UK?
Yeah, once, but only for like a weekend or a long weekend, like three days or something like that, to London many years ago.
Can I call you the OC? Outcast.
The OC?
The
What
OC.
does that stand for? What does that
Your
stand
nickname.
for?
It's your nickname. It stands for Outcast. The OC.
DOC.
Yeah, the OC.
The. I get it.
Yeah, the, as in the OC.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm not. What do you say?
It just seems more grammatically pleasing to say it that way.
Deviant?
Are you serious?
Grammatics.
Yeah.
Grammatically,
Yeah, I know.
not deviant.
No. I know. I mean, most people call me Deviant.
Oh, deviant.
Yeah.
Well, would it be a problem if I called you OC?
No.
Most people call me Deviant.
Okay.
No,
I'm going to call you
no
the
problem.
OC. That's my nickname for you.
Okay. That's fine.
I come up with nicknames for people. I'm weird like that.
Well, it's personal. I mean, I've had much worse
Could we
nicknames.
call? Could we
What,
call you
Tony?
the Angel Lady? Could we call you the
Angel
Angel
Lady.
Lady?
Sure, but why?
Because you're nice as an angel lady.
Oh no, God.
Very nice.
Oh, you're so kind. You're so sweet.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
I don't have wings,
you know,
though.
Outcast knows Aiden. Angel Lady too.
Missing mod
Yeah,
is an
where is
AD.
she?
Oh, have you talked to Aiden lately?
Have I spoken
Dustin?
to Aiden lately? No. It probably wouldn't be a good conversation. I'm a little pissed off at him. Fucking dude.
Oh, sorry about that.
Fucking invite me to leave. You know, that's the last time I stand up for him. That's not gonna happen again. I'm not standing up for him anymore. That's the last time for
I'm
that
sorry.
guy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Aiden. And it's sorry, my head's all messed up, Dustin. Sorry about that.
Well, no, it's like, dude, like I didn't invite him to leave, right? And that's another thing. Why didn't you say something? I wasn't out of line.
Oh.
He's bringing stuff up that had nothing to do with anything that we were even talking about. Like, did you know that penguins drink water too? Like, yeah, penguins drink water, right? Like, I understand that. It's not relevant to anything we were saying at that point. He was just bringing up stuff to try and get my goad so he can mess me up in my argument. Like, that's a dirty tactic. And then he needs, right? Like it just makes me think that a lot of the things that I was defending him against are actually true. Like, maybe he is a little bit of a prick.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dustin.
Well, it's okay. It's no big deal.
Dustin?
It's not off my nose. It's not like I've lost.
Oh. Sorry, I
Go
tried
ahead,
to be
Aiden.
Aiden.
Yeah, I called you Aiden. Logan. Go ahead, Logan. Logan.
Yeah, I try to be nice to everyone. Treat everyone with respect and stuff.
Well, I mean, that's good to treat everyone with respect, but if you see someone disrespecting someone else, you know, if I saw you being disrespected, I would have said something.
Oh, sorry about that.
No big deal.
But would you ever like to debate Aiden, like one-on-one?
Aiden and I debate constantly. If there's air and opportunity between the two of us, we're debating. There's not very many things we don't see each other at odds. But the sad thing is, think so eerily alike. It's scary.
Wow. What if you're the same person and you just didn't know you're the same person?
I don't see Aiden as my doppelganger.
Oh. Well, what if it turns out you two are long-nosed twin brothers? What's it called? Look just alike.
Non-identical twin brothers. It's not likely.
Yeah.
My mom would have complained about it. I would have heard about it. I guarantee it.
Miss Outcast, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
She's interested in the conversation.
Yeah, I'm
We're moving on.
And sure. What were you going to say?
What would you like to talk about?
Well,
that's a deep subject.
It is, and sometimes they find children in it, and that's kind of horrible.
Children in the well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Makes the water taste sweet.
What?
Where did the faithful
What did you just say?
What?
Faithful? I don't know. Yeah, you said something. You said so. I know I heard you say something.
No.
This isn't Hansel and Gretel, okay?
Well, it makes the water taste sweet.
Okay, do you live in a gingerbread house? Do you have an oven that's oversized for children? Is that what's going on here?
Oh, you didn't know.
Is Hansel and Gretel downstairs in the basement in a cage getting fattened up right now?
No, I have never. What? What? That was very strange.
I just backed you into a corner. You can't step now without getting paint on you.
I don't know anything about children. They are very practical.
Oh, I'm glad to have made your acquaintance. You're a very interesting person.
Thank you.
Actually, she's been in this community thing a long time, right? Outcast.
How have I never met you before?
She's been gone for a while.
Yeah, I've been gone for like almost a year. Nah, 10 months or so. I took a little break. No, it wasn't really intentional. It's just what happens.
Yeah, if you got overexposed to some goons, then I'd get tired of it myself.
Yeah. Burns a hole in the brain.
It's the brain. You sounded like a zombie from Night of the Living Dead just now.
So I'm a zombie witch who may or may not have twins in my basement.
Now, I'm starting to wonder.
I think, what if it turns out you're actually an angel lady?
I could be. I wouldn't test it, but maybe I should. I live pretty high up. But maybe I should
Damn, Deviant, Outcast. You got to hit Ron Wyatt like that?
What?
Oh, yes.
He's not you're going to just outright claim that he's a liar? I mean, come on. Come on. That's cold. That's cold beans right there.
Yeah.
Deviant Outcast.
And there's other guys.
I mean, you could have at least kept it above the belt, I mean, ouch.
That's why I wrote it in the chat. To have it saved for posterity.
For posterity. Right. That's what you were doing.
No, I don't like. I have a very hard time with. I mean, these are my subjects. I've spent a lot of time and effort and burnt very many of my poor brain cells studying these subjects.
It's just funny because I remember times in history when
how old are
groups
you?
of people who were, huh?
How old am I? Yeah, you remember times in history.
From history class.
I get it.
Oh. He's same age as me.
No, I'm not kidding.
He's 46.
No, yeah, I'm not that old. I just remember from my history class.
I get it. I'm pulling your leg.
Well, can I have it back now, please?
You're only 21.
Maybe if you ask nicely.
Well, no, I mean, look, here's the thing. Like, we don't know definitively whether or not Ron was a liar, okay? There's lots of speculation, right? I mean, but nobody has definitively come up with the smoking gun that says that you can definitively prove that Ron was lying. You just go there because it kind of reminds me of times in history when certain groups were in danger of being proven wrong, so they brought about a Salem witch trial in order to prosecute those who would have change.
Sure, if that was the case. But here you have a guy who is not authorized to dig, for one thing. He's not authorized in any country to dig. Yet he's been known to sneak in to dig sites and mock around. He gets his evidence, so-called evidence, his finds, digging in waste piles, which is, I mean, it can't even be described to getting your information from, what's it called? Like the recycling station. And he makes these outlandish claims, but there is no documentation. He doesn't date his so-called finds. He has no education, so he has no idea what he's talking about or even what he's supposed to look for. I mean, archaeology is a serious subject, and it takes a lot of work.
Archaeology is riddled with crackpots and half-baked ideas.
No. People like
absolutely.
Ron Wyatt, those are the crackpots. He is not an archaeologist. He never was.
You're leaving out a monogram that belongs on that title. Famous crackpot. Okay, people don't make notoriety for being wrong. People make notoriety for controversy and the possibility of them being right.
Okay. this is a bit extreme, and I don't typically like to bring up the name, but if people don't gain notoriety for being wrong, that would mean that Pol Pot was right, Hitler was right, Stalin was right.
Oh, give me a break.
Mussolini was right, but that's what
that's
you
not
said.
the same. That's not even the same.
Of course, you can gain notoriety. Ed Gein. What's the other guy's name? Stinky Ted. Ted Bundy. Jim
Jeffrey
Jones.
Dahmer?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Okay? What can you point to one singular thread that ties any one of these individuals to Ron Wyatt as far as their life and their criminal record? There isn't.
No. Listen, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that there's a link between them and Ron Wyatt. I'm trying to show that notoriety has nothing to do with being right or wrong. That's all.
Absolutely it does.
No,
absolutely it does, because
notoriety, being famous.
No, being famous is different.
Right or wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought she was in there with you.
Being famous is different from notoriety. There's a distinction there.
In what way?
Okay, so I can be famous for doing something stupid, but I gain notoriety for inventing things, for improving the reality of other people's lives, for providing a service. Notoriety is different from fame in any way, in every way, shape, or form. George Washington gained notoriety for being the first president, right? He's not famous for that. There's nobody out there like playing George Washington's theme song, okay? Right? There's a difference. There's a huge difference. There's people that are objects in history known for their contribution to life, and then there are people who are known because they made a famous pop song.
Yeah, sure.
There's a huge difference there.
Of course.
Huge difference. Sure. Right? And Ron Wyatt has reached notoriety due to the controversy around his statements. The reality is, if Ron Wyatt had been... What doesn't? No, go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I was just going to say, it doesn't mean you are right because you have outlandish claims. The truth of the matter is that archaeology is a serious scientific subject. We don't go out and dig and make up what we find. We don't go out and dig with
Do you have evidence? Do you have evidence that anything he found was made up? Do you have evidence that that's the case, or are you just making that claim?
I could get you evidence of it. I don't have it off the top of my head because it's not.
Then it's not.
It's no. Listen. It's
okay, I'm listening.
Do you believe in flat Earth? I have to ask first.
Do I? No, I don't believe in flat Earth.
Okay, good. Then we are on safe ground. It's like the reason why people at NASA and other space agencies do not engage with flat earthers claiming that the sun isn't real or whatever nonsense is because it's not serious.
That's good and well, right? I understand that.
And the same
but
goes
we're not
for
talking.
archaeologists.
We're not talking about the same level of proof across the board here. We can see through satellites that the Earth is round, right? Whereas Ron Wyatt, you don't have any definitive proof that says, "Oh yeah,
what goes into archaeology."
I do actually understand what's going into archaeology. We just had a whole discussion about the financing behind the
financing has nothing to do with the methodology, and
You want me to demonstrate the methodology? I understand the methodology as well. It has to do with witnesses. It has to do with procedure. It has to do with documentation.
No.
Absolutely, it does.
No, it does.
What do you mean?
We don't go. When you go out, do you think an archaeologist go out in the field and do an excavation and base their claims on witnesses? It has nothing to do with witnesses.
They base their claims on what they find, and those claims are based on the witnesses that can tell you that yes, this object came from this hole.
No.
Right?
No.
Yes, absolutely.
No.
Yes. Yeah.
No.
Okay. So
I am an archaeologist. Okay, don't say that's the way it goes. I have.
So if you dig something up, well, hold on. If you're the archaeologist, then let me ask the question. If you know, let me ask the question. Maybe my concept is missing something here, and you can straighten it out for me. But if you're digging a hole and you claim to find a dinosaur bone, right?
Yeah.
What stops someone else from saying that's not a dinosaur bone and you didn't dig it out of that hole? The third person perspective of someone who is there to verify the authenticity of your find. Correct?
No, that's not how it works. Also, just because don't take this the wrong way. It's just a what's it called? Not nitpicking, pedantic thing on my part. I get what you're saying, but just for
okay.
information.
Well, then is that not a part of?
Archaeologists don't deal with dinosaur bones. They are
Okay.
But that's.
I was using.
Yeah, I know. I know. As I said, it's just me. I have to say it. It's a compulsion thing. It's a compulsion thing. I get what you're saying. But here's the thing. We don't just go out and dig and say, oh, look, here's the remnants of a fire pit. And that's the whole conclusion of the dig. It's not about finding objects. That's the start.
Right. Then it's about verification, right? And then it's about pottery, and then it's about
identification, analysis. Being an archaeologist, the closest you can compare it to, and they are extremely close, is a forensic scientist.
What is the most reliable method of dating today in archaeology? It's pottery. It's the most reliable there is. More reliable than carbon dating, more reliable than barium strontium dating. Yeah, because we have a written record of when those pots were actually made.
No, that's not true. Archaeology doesn't deal with written records. That's history.
Yes, but the archaeology needs history in order to reference its findings.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
What? What are you talking about?
How do you think we deal with Stone Age dig sites? There are no written records from the Stone Age.
Stone Age?
Written language came around 3000 to 3500 BCE.
The way that you deal with Stone Age people is you look at the contents of their stomachs to see what foliage.
No.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No. Yeah.
How can you do that when all you have is bone? Where is the stomach content? I'm sorry, but it's wrong.
What do you mean? How did they classify certain animals in certain tropical areas if there was nothing left in the stomach in order to differentiate the foliage from which they ate?
But archaeology doesn't deal with animals.
Archaeology deals with what they find in the ground. Archaeology takes what they find in the ground and they compare it.
No, not just what they find in the ground. It's what human culture has left behind. As soon
which
as you
is
get
dictated by history, right?
No,
you have to have some kind of a record.
No. That's the whole point of archaeology. Archaeology deals with a non-written record that's left behind from human cultures. We deal with material culture, not written records. Those are different. Written records.
Could I ask Deviant a question? I've been listening for a while. You said you were an archaeologist. Where'd you study archaeology?
At Uppsala University.
Okay, so you've studied archaeology and you know exactly how it functions and everything, the same way BBM knows about geology.
Yeah.
Because you've studied it and you've got some type of a degree or something like that. And then
I have a master.
I'm wondering, Dustin, why you have such a difficulty understanding what she's trying to say. Maybe you're saying something different and y'all are kind of getting close, but you don't understand what one another's saying.
Well, I guess it would depend on what kind of archaeologist she is.
That the one going around the corner?
I didn't know that there was more than one kind of archaeologist.
No,
I thought archaeology just studied artifacts and finding of things. It doesn't have anything to do with bones and that type of thing. It has to do with buildings and writings and hieroglyphics on the wall and all the rest of that stuff. I'm not.
So you don't have specialists.
I don't have a college degree or anything, but that's what I understand. That's
So
what
then,
I thought I'd
okay, hold on. Then hold on. You don't have specialists in archaeology. There aren't specialist types of archaeologists.
We do have specialists when it comes
so there
to
are types of archaeology.
Let me finish. When it comes to time periods, so for instance, up until my bachelor, it was generalized. After that, I specialized in Scandinavian Iron Age, particularly the migration period. So when it comes to time periods, absolutely. But I'm still, I, like all archaeologists, can work on any, it's not like, oh, we have to have this person who deals with Stone Age archaeology to dig this Stone Age site. I mean, the dig I did in Czech Republic was from the Bronze Age. One was a Roman fortress, and well, the guy who we found in the neighboring village, I say guy, was from around 800 BC, so that's Iron Age. So yes, depending on what you focus your what's it called, thesis work, you have different specialities,
which would demonstrate the different kinds of archaeology. right? So there are different kinds of archaeologists. That's the bottom line. And then the other end of the equation is there is archaeology that deals with history and verifying history. Say like no,
there aren't.
No, so they didn't verify the they didn't verify the war the what was it between Greece and Troy. They didn't verify that by finding the cup of Iliad.
What?
The jade cup that would change colors when certain liquids was poured in there. They found that. That's not a part of archaeology.
Yes, of course, it's material culture. But the fact that different fields of study
could
collaborate.
I ask another question, Deviant?
Yeah.
When an archaeologist finds something,
mm-hmm.
and say you go out and you think that something is going to be here, and you dig down and you find it, and you're not looking for bones or anything like that. You're looking for civilization traces. And and an archaeologist finds like a building or finds a fire pit or anything like that. How do you then give it to someone else after it's found to get the dating of it and the time period and everything, and to verify that?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a different field. It's not necessarily archaeology. It's a different field of science.
Exactly. Like you don't, as an archaeologist, you don't perform carbon dating.
Okay, so an archaeologist does the finding, and then they hand it over to someone else in the science field in order to be able to verify it. Does that help, Dustin? Because I think that's what you're getting at when you're talking about different fields.
No, that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. There are different fields of archaeology. There's specialist fields of archaeology. That then denotes different kinds of archaeologists.
Well, I know that she said that there were some that, like, she specialized in metal and so forth, and another one and that a different area, but maybe you're using the term field for area of study in
No, field area, they're the same thing. There are different kinds of archaeologists.
Okay,
well,
but
there are.
Let me ask you then, just to try to hash this out. When you say there are different types of archaeologists, can you give me an example of what that would be?
I mean, there are terms for it. A few of them escape my immediate memory, but I believe there's a historical archaeologist is, I forget what it's called. I'll get back to you on that. I remember there are names for the different positions in archaeology.
I mean, let me ask you a question. Where did you study about archaeology? Because you seem to know quite a bit about it, and have a lot of facts. I'm just wondering, where did you study about it? I've not ever done that, so that's why I'm curious. Where you seem very knowledgeable on it.
When I was in high school, I would go to the library and pick up books and read stuff about different categories because I didn't have very many friends or anybody to talk to. So yeah, a lot of my knowledge is from random readings, and I'm really more of an idiot savant. Like if I read something, it sticks there, and I don't forget it.
You and Aiden have memories that are very similar. I asked him one time how many encyclopedias he has read. And he said, well, he has read one completely. And I'm thinking, okay, well, that makes sense, because when I'm listening to you and listening to Aiden talk, it sounds like you guys are reading, sometimes you're reading out of you've already Googled it and you're reading it and so forth. And that's why I asked, because what you might have read when you were in high school, and that was probably 2 or 3 years ago at least. And I'm kidding with that. I might be a little bit different from the high school books than what was actually studied in college for archaeology. You might have picked up a general sense of something where she's talking about some specifics or something. So I think you guys are saying a lot of the similar things, and I don't mean to interrupt, but I think that it's not going to go much farther than it is, because you're talking about one thing. If you can come up with some examples, maybe another conversation, you might be able to bring them to her, and she'd know about it so that she could better understand what you're saying.
No, I'm going to look this up. I'm going to show that there are different categories in geology.
Sweet.
I remember reading about it. It was a long time ago, but I do know that there are specific specialties in geology where certain geologists do certain things.
Archaeology. Not geology.
Yeah, we're talking archaeology, not geology, but we get it.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, that's like me calling.
I'm fully open. I'm fully open to the possibility that I could be misunderstanding you. We could be very well speaking. How would you say?
Past each other.
Past each other. Yeah. So that's why I asked if you could give me an example, just to try to see if sometimes I've been in many such situations where you're just like banging heads, and then one says a word and it all clicks, and like, oh, you're meaning that thing. Okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
How do you verify your finds? How do you verify your finds? There's a series of procedures and legal documents that need to be right. Okay,
not legal documents.
They're considered legal if they're pulled into a courtroom. If someone challenges your claim,
that's not how academic work is done. You don't hash things out in the courtroom.
Well, actually, yeah,
ownership.
A lot of academic things, a lot of academic things, not just ownership, but the facts.
No.
Right? They're
okay.
Yes,
I can't speak for the U.S. I can't speak for the U.S., but I can speak for Sweden, and I can speak for Sweden. I won't say more than that because I won't overstate things.
Well, there's been lots of court cases here in the United States over factual claims and like what history is supposed to be. We've had evolution in the courtroom before. We've had history in the courtroom before.
That's weird.
What type of geologist is Big Bad Mama?
I don't know, actually.
A college student graduate. I don't know that he's ever had any field experience.
Oh yeah, he has.
I don't know. He's never told me that he's had field experience.
Oh, okay, all right. It's my understanding he's worked in that field for quite some time because he's retired now.
He's never told me that.
Well,
or maybe he has.
Well, yeah, I get that, and that's okay. That's really okay, because y'all say a lot of things, and I'm not around to hear it. But I do remember him talking about he was retired from the field of geology right now, so he has worked in that field.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I say that, because he's retired.
Yeah, I got that impression too, but I've never spoken deeply about it with him. So.
Yeah, well, you're just back again. It's been a long time since you've
Yeah.
been around, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just nice to hear your voice.
You too.
Yeah.
I'm glad you came on.
Well,
Uh,
I got my grocery shopping done for the family and that I'm staying with and everything, and I decided I was going to cook beef with barley and make
This is
a
so
pina
fun.
colada pie.
Oh.
that's
And
nice.
yeah, well, it's going to be fun.
Pina colada pie?
Yes.
What is that?
Well, you know what a pina colada is? It's a mixed drink.
I know what a pina colada is.
Okay, well, a pina colada pie has all the same flavors in it. It just doesn't have a lot of alcohol in it. It's got coconut cream, it's got coconut, it's got pineapple. It has cherries in it. And instead of putting pecans in it, I didn't want to go to all the work of making a crust to take it to somebody and serve it here. So I actually found a pecan pie crust that was already made. So I'm just going to cheat on that. There's going to be enough calories in that to take care of about 6 people for a week, but it'll be all right.
Mm.
I'm
It sounds
going to
delicious.
I'm going to give a whole pie to one person. There's going to be it's going to be enough volume or where it won't fit in that pie pan. I don't know in Sweden if you have these ready-made pie crusts that have got the little dome that goes in and then you put a dome over the top. We have those here in the United States.
No.
Well, they have ready-made pie crusts. They come in an aluminum pan and you can just fill them up with any cream filling, and then there's a little dome that goes over the top, and it's going to be more volume than that. So we're going to keep some of it here to eat. But it's going to be loaded in calories. Yes, dear.
Yeah, you and Outcast both have a heart of gold.
You know what? You do too.
Right.
Oh, thank you.
You do too.
But I want to ask you, what do you fall to another dimension where Outcast is the queen of Egypt and you're her sister?
I'd have to be your mother.
Nah.
And Dustin is.
We all know.
I know how old Outcast is. Oh, but I'm only 24. She'd have to be my mother.
Exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
We all know you're only 24.
And Dustin is your
Dustin
general.
could be the prime minister. Do they have prime ministers in Egypt?
I don't want to be prime minister. You don't want me to be prime minister. That's the last thing you want me to do.
You could be the salmon
you want to keep me in the basement. You want to keep me in the basement. You want to feed me raw materials, and you want to check on me every once in a while to see what new invention comes up. That's all you want to do with me. That's it. Because anything more than that, and you're going to end up with a lawsuit.
Well, you could be dungeon master then. Would that work?
What was that?
You could be dungeon master, and Logan could be the keeper of the keys.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna forego that position. That doesn't sound. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to slide that one on down to the rep.
Oh well, the next one that we would have would be the one that is in charge of the torture devices.
Right, that's an important.
That'd be Dustin. He definitely love that.
Yeah.
What would be the point of torture devices? There's no point in that. You can interrogate someone for as long as you want.
Pointy.
Dustin.
I know that there's points with torture devices. That's not my point. You're conflating points here.
Dustin, that's the whole point of it. Dustin, you've missed the point.
No, I dodged the point. There's a difference.
Oh, you dodged it? I thought you walked.
I dodged the point.
No, that's your interpretation
these are not.
of it.
These are not yard rakes. Okay, I will not walk into that.
What are you looking at to say it's not a yard rake?
Well, he said I walked into it. I don't walk into yard rakes. I'm good.
Okay, I didn't think we
They
had our
walk
yard
into
rake on the
you.
table. No, it would have been
What
on the
happens when you
floor,
step on
right?
a yard rake?
Well, yeah,
What
but no,
happens
I
when you
was
step on a
saying,
yard rake, Faithful?
well,
Depends
that
on
all
which
depends
end.
on what direction it's pointing, because when I put our yard
Exactly.
rake down, I always pointed down.
Well, there's one of
So
two
that if I,
possibilities. Either it buries the points or it whacks you in the face. Either one. I'm not interested.
Like
that's
like
all
Sideshow
right.
Bob.
That's all right. Smile.
How about
Smile,
happened to
Dustin.
Sideshow Bob?
Who, what, huh?
Yeah, when he stepped on one of them, they hit him in the face.
Oh,
Sideshow
Right.
Bob.
you could do a video on that. Why don't you find something where somebody's
What?
stepping on a rake, hitting him on a face, and then you can put a face on it. But don't put Dustin's on there. Put somebody else's on there because he wouldn't like
I
that.
did. Dustin. I made him a giant.
I know I saw that.
Charge of the giant.
You made me a
Yeah, right,
Burning
Dustin.
Man
You're a
giant.
giant.
You made me a straw man.
Well,
Yeah. And Kent was surprised to see you.
I didn't think that man was made out of straw.
That's exactly what he did. He took Burning Man and he stuck my head on it.
Oh,
It looked like a Burning Man type guy, but I don't know. They said it's like a giant from England.
Yeah.
That
Crazy.
giant has the strawiest body I've ever seen in my life. That looks like a straw body.
Yeah, yeah,
that's
it
what makes
does.
it funny.
Yeah, that's I also
Oh.
made Dustin on the as King Kong fighting Claude as Godzilla.
So, yes, you did do that. Yes,
King
yes. I have
Dustin.
been seeing these videos. I have had quite the adventure that I don't know anything about.
Aren't they humorous though? You see, he has no pictures of me.
And King Dustin versus Ballzilla.
Ballzilla.
That's funny, Logan.
Oh, I love your humor, Logan. I
Uh,
love
it,
it.
Logan's
Thank
just
you.
got the most amazing sense of humor. A lot of
Yeah.
times I don't understand it, but it's always funny. He has that childlike
Yeah.
humor, that's so innocent, so sweet,
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
and he never. Ouch!
Well, look what. Are you right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I just have a muscle spasm. I'm good.
Oh.
It happens when you're
Uh-huh.
24.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. What
I
do you
I
think about
usually
truck
have
driver Billy
rigor
said?
mortis.
What'd he say?
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, I see.
I put up.
I can say I've not heard about geoarchaeologists.
I've not.
But
We've no archaeology.
underwater archaeology is 100% a field of study.
Okay, he's got all these different type of geoarchaeologist, a forensic, because you mentioned about forensic,
Yeah,
historical archaeologist, underwater, zoo something zoo
zoo arch.
archaeologist,
I
and there are other types as well. That's interesting. That must
I've
be some of
never
the
heard
like.
about zoo archaeologist. I never heard about geoarchaeologist.
Uh,
I don't,
but
especially the geoarchaeologist. I don't know really how. Uh, I mean, geo like in geology.
I'm thinking maybe having to do with the earth. I mean, I really don't know. I mean, I don't know. Billy's the one that found it, evidently, because I don't
Yeah.
ever look at my screen because I'm on my phone.
Okay.
But
But
when you were
There he is.
talking about the field of archaeology that you went into was had to do with ancient metals or something. I think
no,
that's probably
Oh, yeah. It's
Sorry about the noise.
the migration period. So oh yeah. Now, Iron Age.
Okay, the
You know, the
Iron
Stone
Age.
Age. Yeah.
And that may be something similar to that, but I think Billy's on, so let him talk a little bit. I'm going to
Yeah.
mute my mic and listen.
Yes.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine, Faithful. I only wanted to jump on for a minute anyway, just so I can leave that link in the private chat so that Deviant could actually look at the website I grabbed it from,
Oh.
and that way she knows it might just be subfields here in the U.S. because it is from a .gov website.
Oh. Do you think
Right.
that's one of them?
So I think this is more.
Oh,
Sorry. I think this is
okay.
more along the lines of what Dustin was talking about, is all these various subfields, such as the underwater and the what was that one? The geoarchaeology and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
That's what I think he's going for. I don't know. I'd have to ask him though.
Yeah, but
no, those names are starting to sound familiar. I remember reading that. Yes.
When I read about like I said I haven't heard about geoarchaeologists. When I read on the website here, it says use geography, geology, geophysics, and other earth sciences to inform archaeological knowledge and thought. I can say in Sweden, as far as I know, with the caveat that there has happened a lot with the education system since I was in it. But these were like, just as I said, up to a certain level of studies, you are just doing general studies of the subject. But
hey guys, I gotta drop off. My phone's gonna die.
Oh.
Okay.
But I
just
want to say
on.
before you die.
Oh, please.
I do get what I get a better idea of what you are talking about. So we can.
Phone died.
No.
Whose phone
Yeah,
died?
we don't really have. We don't really have like
well, he'll probably listen in.
Yeah, because we don't. You don't go and study to become like an environmental archaeologist. That's a specialty you gain from depending on the different what's it called? When you get a degree, you have your main subject. For example, archaeology or Egyptology. But you don't just study that subject. You study other subjects as well. Yeah.
I think that's what
I need to ask Billy something.
you and he were talking
Yeah, go ahead.
about. Only it was totally different.
What's going on with Mr. Mod in that video?
Oh, that
Is everything all right?
I don't know how everything's going there. For the most part, I'm gonna wait to see if she messages me because she said she, might message me. But I mean, I think she has a lot going on, and personally, I feel like if she would have probably messaged them and told her how she was feeling about them laughing a little bit, that people like Big Bad Mama would have simply apologized right away. But I mean, I don't really want to talk too much on it so that she doesn't feel like I'm talking behind her or nothing. Cause
no, of course.
Oh, sorry.
Of course.
Oh no, you're fine.
Sorry
that's
about
why.
that. I just want.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to word it. To where in case she is listening, that hey, we know you're going through some stuff with your dad, and we are sorry about that. So
Yeah, I told her. I did tell her that I'm there for her and I'll support her and help her.
I didn't know she was going through things. That's
It's a holiday.
I'm sad to hear.
I don't know what holidays.
Well, I know her father recently passed, and I don't think we realized maybe how close she was to her dad.
No.
She doesn't really talk about it too much, but she does mention it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh.
I think everything's accumulating into like, okay, yeah. That's why I'm trying to kind of tiptoe it on it because I don't really want to hurt her feelings, but at the same time, I think she should have privately messaged like Big Bad Mama and said, "Hey, dude, don't laugh at me whenever I'm trying to say something I believe."
Yeah.
And I can understand that point from her. If you're laughing at me because I believe the Bible, look, this is my faith, and you have your faith. Don't laugh at me. But,
yeah, of
like
course.
I said, I ain't gonna talk.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Truck driver, have a question. Will you ever make a cartoon out of your character you made?
Well,
that avatar you have?
yeah, I didn't draw that myself. That was our middle boy, and I want him to do a couple things with it for me, but I just ain't had the time to talk to him about it.
Oh. Do they pay you a lot with the truck driving, like billions of dollars?
For truck driving?
Or thousands of dollars?
For truck driving? Yeah. No. I'm a company driver. I get paid pennies.
Oh.
Every mile I drive, I get paid pennies.
Do you do long
What
haul?
if you drive around the world? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Oh.
No, I was basically asking the same thing. Not really, but.
What if you drive around the world and back?
With the amount of miles I've got under me, I've probably been around the world if you add them all up. Because I've got probably close to 1 million miles at this point.
So they pay you millions of dollars?
I wish.
I don't think you could drive around the world because then you'd have to drive on water.
Yeah. I'm just saying if you accumulate all my miles, I've got I've got 1 million miles under me now, so.
Is there any places that make it where they have robot truck drivers for truck drive itself?
Like self-driving trucks. They've got them out west, but over here in the southeast, because I know Deviant just asked me if I go do long hauls. I stay mostly Southeast America, and over here they don't have like self-driving trucks because there's so many hills and the roads are so rough, as you could probably hear behind in the background. So they don't have the self-driving trucks.
I didn't realize they had self-driving trucks. I know they're getting the self-driving cars.
But you drive like a it's called juggernaut. Like where Oh, I'm gonna look up a word and I'll get back in 1.5 minutes max.
Are you asking what kind of truck I drive?
Yeah.
I had a feeling that was the one, but yeah, it's an 18-wheeler. The big trucks that you see on the roads, yeah.
Yeah.
My make and model is an International. We've got Freightliners as well. There's a ton of them out there. Peterbilts. I don't know what kind of trucks y'all have over where you are, but yeah, the big ones. That's what I'm driving.
Yeah. I actually, when I was a kid, like I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe. My dream job was to be a truck driver.
I mean, it does pay. I can say that.
Billy, I did fix everything.
Yeah, I noticed that. You actually got everyone's names and they're straight and everything.
And
Because sometimes I know restring can words.
yeah, that's the mirror thing. You click that, it makes everything backwards, but you click on turn it off, makes everything forward, I guess. And
Yeah,
now I'm not what they call echoing anymore too.
I do hear a
That other
slight
screen was
echo in the
so
back.
crazy. Well, I think that
Yeah,
might be missing mine. I'm watching her.
You're watching who?
Well, missing mod. She's missing the mod. She's a
Oh,
good mod.
yeah.
And yeah, Outcast. She's been around since long time in the group. Like she used to go on Mark Stoney's show.
oh yeah, she was over
Have
there.
you ever been on there?
I've actually never been on Mark streams, but I've seen most of them.
Oh, I've been on there. I think even with Outcast on there.
Yeah. Yeah, you have
Yeah,
been.
it's been a while.
Oh, it's been a
Yeah,
long time.
I think Mark should actually bring back some live streams. Instead
Yeah.
of talking about Kent and all that stuff, though, actually have a different subject.
Could you talk about video games?
I'm sorry, I was going over bumps. I didn't hear you.
Could you talk about video games?
I mean, he can talk about what he wants. I just think a lot of people would like to jump on over there with him again.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh,
I mean, there are lots of topics to go into. Like me, I'm.
Duck.
Hmm?
Do we know who?
Are you okay, Outcast?
Yeah.
Okay. Dustin. He actually not actually been on there, but he actually asked a question on Mark's old stream. Now, Outcast.
Boy, you got a
And
good
Billy.
memory there.
Yeah, Dustin actually been around there. Dustin Buck.
I hear you in the back there, Faithful, but you're not turned up.
Ooh. That's
Can you hear?
because
Are you there, Faithful?
that's because I'm on my Bluetooth. And if I turn
Uh,
and it's so loud in
Oh,
my ear that if I have to turn the volume down on the phone, and when I do that it turns the volume down on the mic.
uh,
Oh,
So that's what it is.
I'm like
I'll just
holding my breath.
Billy.
yeah.
Oh, uh, Outcast and Billy and Faithful. You know that Dustin was around that time.
I don't
Yeah, he
remember
asked a
that.
question on there.
You got a good memory for that.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
remember it.
Yeah,
Well,
he talked about it before. Said that he has. I forgot a question to Mary and Cindy.
Oh, yeah, well,
what?
that was then, this is now.
That was about 2, 3
Well,
years ago. Then, yeah.
That was in 2021 when Mark did his live streams. So yeah, that's been a while ago.
yeah.
I think Mark is busy doing something else right now, and I don't blame him because you do have to.
Oh, he's
There
building the
are
AI machine where he could. Sorry.
what?
He's building the AI machine for he could take over the world.
You know
Well,
what? That
millions
that
of robo Skylar.
that to me would be less scary than Claude taking over the world.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
millions of
I
Skylars.
can't
Actually, Claude taking over the world would be better than Skylar taking over the world.
Oh, yes.
Well, it would be Mark taking over the world. He just used Skyler as a robot.
I have an idea, Logan. Why don't you take over the world?
Yeah, right.
If you took over the world, everyone would get along and everyone would be nice
Oh, thank you.
and they would be kind and loving to one another and if they
Right.
started getting
What if,
angry or anything, you just
what if,
say, "I'm sorry about that."
oh, thanks. Uh, what if truck driver Billy took over the world?
I don't know about that. You'd have to ask his wife.
Oh, don't ask her.
I think if Mark took over the world, he
She
would just give it away. And I kind of wonder if Logan would too.
If who would?
Uh,
Billy?
if no, if Mark took over the world, I think he would just give it away. And
Give it
I
away to
kind of
whom,
think
though?
maybe Logan would too.
But give it
Or
to
maybe
whom?
not.
If I
Hmm.
took over the world, I
What if
wouldn't give it
you
away.
took over the world?
Oh, you would know it.
oh,
You
really?
would know it. I have plans.
That sounds like a threat.
Oh, no, 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 no. No,
That
no.
that's
You
why
would be
whatever's in
fine.
your mind, that is why I shouldn't take over the world.
You guys would be
What if you
fine.
took control? Oh,
Kent,
what if you took over all the
less
trucks?
fine.
Oh,
Took over what?
the
Took over
trucks.
what?
Uh, they would take
Please
over
take.
all the trucks.
Y'all take over. Y'all can take over my trucks. I want to stop driving.
So you don't want to become like a
Would you?
transformer?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That might be pretty fun.
Yeah, right.
I'd be a Decepticon though.
Uh,
A
You know where Billy's
Decepticon.
real
Outcast.
passion is, don't you?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, that's a
would you
different
put
type of
Ken in
transformer.
prison?
All right.
Who, me? Oh, I'm a dictator. I would put a lot of
Yeah.
people in prison.
Really,
Would
who
you
would you
put
put there
Dustin
first?
at their guard? Okay.
All these bad drivers. That's who I'd put in there first.
The bad drivers are in the cars, not in the trucks, though. Is that correct?
Most of them. Well, there's a lot of bad truck drivers too.
You know, when I was driving all around the United States, I really appreciated a truck driver, especially at night.
Well, that was probably back in the day where you didn't have all these phones in their hands too.
Oh no, no, no! This was in started out in 2017, went through 20.
Wow, really?
I haven't done much traveling since 21. Yeah, it was especially nice when I was recovering from night blindness. I could get behind a trucker and just follow him and hope that he was going to at least go as far as my turn off, you know.
Oh my goodness.
Well, it wasn't that bad. In 2016, I was night blind and I hadn't been able to drive in the night for years. And then I was down in Vero Beach and
You
I
say
just
Myrtle Beach?
Vero, Vero,
Oh, okay. Never
and
mind.
I had left the seminar, and I meant to leave about 10 o'clock in the morning, but it was like dusk, and this was at the end of November, so you know how dark it was getting early. And I thought I don't know how to drive at night in the dark, you know, but I just knew I had to leave that night instead of staying a night. And I got on the expressway, and all of a sudden my night blindness was cleared. Jesus just cleared it up. And here about 3 months ago, it went back to where it was. So I'm back to not driving at night. But it worked while I was, you know, he fixed it long enough for me to drive on the road 200,000 miles.
How?
Billy.
Oh
Uh,
my goodness. I turned up my volume to hear what Faithful said, and
Is my mic too loud?
Sorry, Faithful.
No.
Oh, okay.
Faithful, I've put your thing jig higher for you can hear you, but have a bit problem hearing you.
Logan,
You
who
there?
are you talking to?
You, Faithful. Sometimes I have a hard time hearing you.
Oh, well, have I not got my mic up? I do. I've got it
I'll
up.
put your mic up.
I've got it. Yeah, but I have it up all the way. Oh well, I can just mute it for a little bit. It's probably my
No.
Bluetooth.
Oh.
No, don't go.
Hey, well, I'm gonna give you fair warning, Logan. When my wife calls,
Yeah.
she's probably gonna call in about 15 minutes because that's when she gets out of the school. So once she calls, I'll probably be out for good.
She's gonna correct
Okay.
you, right? Gotcha.
Yeah, she's gonna correct me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's correcting me all the time.
Yeah. Well, you're
Uh,
the one that took her all the way down to Florida on your anniversary or something, didn't you?
Oh yeah, we went to a little town called Cedar Key, Florida, and we took boat trips and all sorts of stuff. Dolphins were jumping out of the water for her and everything. So I got that for
Oh,
her, and she's happy.
that was amazing. Cedar Key is
oh,
nice.
that's
I drove it, but I didn't when I was driving. I didn't sightsee. I just drove it and saw who I could talk to, and then left. But I wasn't
Yeah,
at
that's
the
a
sightseer where you get to do all of that.
yeah, that's a very small town, and they're still recovering from the last hurricane.
wow. Hope they're all right. Uh, but Billy, before you leave, I want to make sure to tell you, have a good and safe day.
Depending on what all these cars do in front of me, it'll
Well,
be a
you
safe
know
Uh-oh.
day.
what? He's telling you to have a good and safe day, so he's speaking it in Jesus' name to you.
There you go. I can agree with that.
Yeah, I figured you could.
Oh
I can
wait,
tell by the
the
way he
Christians are
speaks.
outnumbering everyone now.
Oh
You mean in this
no.
room? There's
Oh
wait,
goodness, what to
hold
do?
on. Hold on. There's
Well,
four
you
of
were
them.
the one talking about having children in the basement earlier,
Bye.
so we
Oh
know
no.
now that you're got that pointy hat.
Mm, I realize I shouldn't have divulged that part of my life, but you do what you
Well, if they're
do. You love the
well,
Right.
hobbies
if
you
they're bad,
have.
I mean, if they're bad children, I don't mind.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm so happy you understand.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
Did
Yeah,
that
keep the
help
bad ones
Stephen
away.
find out? Did that help Stephen find out?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that
was he a bad child locked in her basement?
Stephen thought she's a witch.
Yeah.
he thinks everybody's a
Steven,
witch.
yeah, I was about to say Steven thinks everyone's a witch. He probably thinks I'm a witch for driving a truck.
Probably.
Yeah.
He thinks Faithful
He
is a
thought
witch for
everyone's a
what?
witch.
I
I
can't
don't know.
remember why he called Faith.
Because she was
Yeah,
friends with.
I know why
He said to
I
me
know why
because
he makes reference to me about that because he's been doing that for 2 years, and one of these days I'm going to ask him for a public apology.
You should.
yeah,
everyone knows you ain't no witch.
he said
Yeah.
We're
Well,
still on the
he
fence
said
about
because he
Deviant.
was friends with.
Hey. Maybe. Well,
He
I
said
might be
okay.
needing to think about
Well,
this. Maybe I am. As I said, I haven't tried flying.
you just haven't found the right broom yet.
uh,
True.
uh, uh, Billy. He said faithful that because she's friends with atheists. That's what he said to me on over the Facebook
Well,
thing.
that was a few
Well,
years
in that
ago,
case,
and
we're all witches.
well, I
He
don't,
is too.
I don't think it's proper. Well, after what you just said, maybe I shouldn't say what I'm saying, but I don't think
Uh,
it's proper for
Yeah,
somebody that says that they're a Christian, and I know you're joking, but he's serious. But
oh
somebody
yeah,
that is a Christian and a follower of Jesus, and especially who says he's an ordained minister, to make accusations like that without having any verification or proof. And yeah, I
yeah,
was thinking about it the other day. Um, I Jesus said something very, very well, and this is what I have to do with Stephen and so many others. Father, forgive them because they don't know what they're doing. He has no clue as to what he's doing, and unless he repents for some of the things that he's done and said, just like other people that come up in discussions sometime, they're going to have to stand accountable to a living God at the white throne of judgment for that, not me. And somebody will
yeah. It's
take
one.
somebody will take a clip of this and send it to him, I'm sure.
It's
Well,
one thing to joke around about it, but whenever he's being serious, yeah, that's where he's crossing the line.
Yeah,
yeah.
it is, and I don't know of anyone that is a true follower of Jesus. You know, I'm reading some books that are 300 and 400 years old, and listening to some that from that far back. And the word one has had to do with the way terminology has recently has changed over the last 100 years, to where a lot of times we will use a word and the word doesn't have the same meaning now that it did 50 years ago because they've changed it. Nobody has ever said, oh, well, we're changing the meaning of it, especially when it comes to theology. Or I'm going to not use the term theology, I'm going to use the term Bible. And so even the word Christian, I don't even everybody's a Christian now. All you have to do is say I'm a Christian and that's it. But back 100 years ago, or now probably 150 years ago, to be a Christian meant that you were a follower of Jesus, and were you living not only were you following him, but you were living your life according to the Scripture, and every day was like that. And you loved one another, and you didn't backbite and poke fun of people and everything. You could laugh and joke and have a good time, but it meant something. And nowadays it means nothing. The
Oh
term
yeah,
I'm a Christian means nothing. However, people don't designate that and say Christian doesn't mean anything. I'm just a Christian in name only. And you cannot be a Christian in name only.
oh yeah. I
You know,
thoroughly agree with you on there. Being a Christian, proclaiming you were a Christian back in not my day, like I'm like really old or something. But it used to actually mean something. But nowadays, you got crackheads on the street talking about their daggone Christians, and it's like you're sitting here high as can be, and you're proclaiming the name of Jesus. No, we need to
Billy,
get you in drug rehab and get you clean, and then maybe you can know who Jesus is.
yeah. Billy, how many years have you lived on this planet?
I'm only 39.
Oh, shoot. You're really a kid.
Mhm.
I'm only
Hmm.
44. Um,
Oh,
Billy the Kid.
oh,
I had
you're
an
the same age as my wife then. If she ever asked how old I
you're
said she
three
was.
years.
I
You're 3 years older than me, no?
You said I'm 20 years older?
no 3.
Free.
No, three.
Oh, yeah, yeah, 3. I thought you were talking about my wife. I was like, no, yeah, she's 20 years older than me.
Oh, you're going to be in trouble when she calls me
Yeah.
foolish because she's listening to this.
Oh, well, legitimately, she is actually 20 years older.
Cheers.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, technically, right now, she's a little bit ahead of me. She's 21. She's 60 now. But in February, I'll be 40. So we'll still have that 20-year difference.
Ja.
Sweet. that's amazing. She married a kid. Not really.
Silly
I'm
the
just
kid.
kidding.
When she was in her first year of college. I wasn't born yet.
I think that's amazing. How long have y'all been married?
15 years now.
15?
Oh wow.
I
Yeah.
thought you said 50, and I'm thinking that's not going to be very long. But
All that math.
I think that's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
That had to have been something that Jesus put together, or
See,
you went there and he worked on it afterwards.
and here's something that bugs me whenever Kent's sitting here making fun of, the LGBT. I met my wife through my roommates at the time who are LGBT. So it's kind of like you're insulting them as well when you insult people like AJ and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well,
Because I met my wife through them, so I know God can work through them just as much as He can work through me.
just because people don't know who Jesus is and they're choosing to live their life any way that they want it, which is a vast majority of people, they think that, they're not living it according to biblical standards, does not necessarily make them bad people. They just don't know yet. And I say yet because I always have hope for everyone. There's a couple that I've dealt with for a few years, and it's kind of like uh, they're just beyond that. I was going to tell you, I was in a. There are people that we're talking about people that I'm going to call them pseudo Christians. They call themselves Christians. They say that they follow Jesus. And I was in a car one day with a young man, and I won't convey to you who he was, but I've known him his whole life. And he was having one ailment after another. And I realized that it was a spiritual problem, that it was actually a spirit being inside him that was causing these problems, not from the outside, but from the inside. And I was driving and I went to reach my hand over and I said, I know what that is. We're going to take care of that right now. And he stopped me. He said, don't. I said, why? He says, because I've read the Bible. And if you cast that out of me, I'm going to be 7 times worse. I said, not if we put Jesus in it. And his voice changed and he said, I have Jesus. And it's like, yeah, you do, but not the one I know. So that type of thing is actually real today. And a lot of people don't realize that it is, that when people are making fun of different things and stuff like that, there's time to have fun, but there's also a very serious side to it. So just say that you're a Christian. He said he was a Christian, that he was a follower of Jesus, you know, you just really don't know. But the Bible says, by your fruit you'll know them. By their fruit, by what they do and their actions and their words and their characteristic and their nature. Didn't mean to get on a serious subject, but yes, I always do.
No, you're fine. We just got to be careful that we don't get you on too big of a serious subject for you because we know once we get you started, we ain't stopping.
Well, I know I could go on for 45 minutes and they have to stop to scream because nobody wants to interrupt me. Isn't that the way it goes?
Are you talking about that one time with Father Chuck?
Yeah, and and that's okay because I told I told BBM not too long ago. I think it was on this channel that I said, when I get to talking about Jesus and how I met him, it is so real that we lose all track. I lose all track of time because Jesus is timeless. He has no beginning. He has no end. But I live in a little bit different world than y'all do because y'all are still young.
You're still, you're only 24.
I know.
Right.
I'm 24 in a body that's around 8 decades, and I won't tell which side of it.
I won't ask.
Well, I wouldn't tell you if you did ask, but you could ask me and say I'm only 24. Uh, I was tell my
Stick with
brother.
the Forever 24 line.
Well, my brother is 24 now. He's a brother from the same father, a different mother, meaning we're not biological. We're brother and sister in the Lord. And I was sitting in his
Uh,
office the other day, and I told him, I said, you know, you and I are 15 months apart, and I won't tell which side of you I'm on. And he just laughed. He thought that was hilarious. Yeah, I'm not telling. Only the shadow knows for sure, and he's not telling. You know who the shadow is, don't you, Billy?
Depends on what way we're talking about.
Well, the shadow is back from years ago in radio broadcasting. There was
Oh, okay. But no, never mind. I don't know the shadow.
the same. It was a radio broadcast, some type of a mystery. I can't even remember it. All I can remember is sitting by the radio, and it would end always with "Who really knows? Only the shadow knows for real." And that's how they end all their broadcasts. Only the shadow knows. So
Sounds interesting, but I might Google it.
yeah, I ought to pull that up sometime just to listen to one of them and think, gee, we listened to that.
Was it like an audio drama?
It was on the radio. It was back before television. Yeah, I'm that young.
That
I
young.
remember
That's a good way to
I
put it.
I remember when television first came out. My dad brought home a television, and it was this great big huge box about as big as a washing machine, you know? And it was wood,
Oh, I
and
still love floor models.
it had this little tiny round screen about 12 or 14 inches big, maybe 12 inches big. and and my grandfather was a television repairman, and that's back when they had all these big they called them tubes,
Yeah.
Oh
that
yeah.
yeah, and you'd take a television in to be connected, and they'd do whatever it is they did, and they'd have to change. There was a burned out tube or something. I don't get it. That was too many years ago to remember.
Unscrew the back and replace the tubes and the bulbs, and now we got all
Yeah,
these little flat screens hanging on the wall.
yeah, we've come a long way, and I remember my first cell phone. I started off with a pager, and then it got to be too inconvenient, so I had one of those cell phones that you paid for the minutes up front. I can't even remember, track phone, and then that got inconvenient, so I went to a cell phone, and it was one of those little flip phones. I really liked that thing. Little clamshells.
I'm
Funny
glad to
that
be
you
rid of
don't
those
have one.
days.
I don't even
Oh
know
no,
what
I've had a flip phone.
you had a flip phone. I think everybody
Oh
had a
yeah.
flip phone. How about you, DB?
Heck, they're
You had a
trying to
flip phone?
halfway bring them back with screens that flip closed.
Yeah, the ones
Right.
that go sideways. I mean,
Yeah, you can
you
have
just
it
flip
be a
the screen.
double screen phone, or you can have it flip like classic flip with the screen, but the screen is just the whole phone.
Yeah.
I heard one time that our cell phones are a reverse technology from something found that they came that they found out in the deserts of California in the 50s. I don't know how accurate
Oh,
that is,
from
but it was
Roswell.
something I heard. Huh?
From Roswell.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were about to say
Well,
something, Deviant?
Uh, yeah. About the screens, they have been for quite many years, I think, uh, trying to make this like basically a like a tablecloth screen.
Really?
So you could just roll it like it was a roll of paper or a tablecloth.
Is that in Sweden?
No. This is like, to my knowledge, it's not been completed.
Got it. They're still
Yeah,
working on it.
yeah. But I think that the type of phone that Bill is talking about is a step in that development, where like you can flip out, so the screen basically becomes twice the size. Is that right, Billy?
Well, I mean, they've got phones. I think Samsung does them. I think they're actually called, Samsung Flips or something. But like whatever phone you're probably holding in your hand now, you could like, they've got one model where you can fold it, or
Yeah, and it's not like
there's
two.
another
You
one where
don't
you can
fold it and
two
it's two
screens.
screen. Oh, it is two
I
screens.
hate to jump. I hate to jump off, but wife's calling. If y'all are here when we're done, I'll jump back on.
Awesome.
Tell your
Okay.
wife I said
If not,
hi.
take care.
See you later. Hi.
Oh, what's that in the background?
Watching the Missing Mod video.
Oh, okay.
Is that a recent one?
Yep, just new one. She said that,
Did she do a broadcast today?
yeah, was on the server.
I didn't.
She mentioned you on there.
Sorry, I didn't mean.
Topic.
I didn't mean to sneeze.
It's okay. It's a human thing to do, you know.
Yeah, but I'm not human.
You're an
Well,
angry
we
lady.
we
Ooh,
all
Logan,
we
you're
all
so
have
sweet.
to play one.
Yeah, well, it's a physical thing.
It is.
Yeah, she messaged me yesterday that there was something that's I think she was actually on Steven's show. I didn't think she was going on there anymore, but she actually was on. I guess she said, and she messaged me late last night because she was going to call, and we were just going to talk a little bit. But she said Steven had a question to ask me, and I answered it for him. And
Yeah.
then I got this big old long answer from her. And she said, but then I'm rambling. And it's like, yeah. So, yeah, I haven't read through my email. But you did get my long rambling email.
Oh yes, yes.
See, when you send me one, just ramble away.
Yeah, I feel more comfortable now, knowing I'm not the only one.
Oh, at least we know when we're rambling because all this big stack of emails that I have printed out from seven, uh, that wasn't rambling. It would have been better if it was.
Oh,
Sometime when it's just you and me, we can talk about it.
yeah.
We can even do it on Logan's stream if he wasn't live, and he
Yeah,
promises
for
not to
sure.
repeat what we said.
Oh my God, I think I hear myself. Oh yes, I do.
Did you do
Is
something?
I don't know, maybe. I only hear it like vague in the background. Uh, I'm gonna try one thing. If this goes caca, I will jump off and jump in.
Are you on your computer or your phone?
No, I'm on my computer.
Mm, I don't know how to
But
do this on a computer. Maybe you and I have to get together and you can help me out with my manuscript I'm writing.
Oh, for sure.
Are you good with Word?
Yeah.
Microsoft Word? Oh, jeez.
Oh, now the aliens come along. Uh, I'm gonna switch the device I'm listening to. I'll be back.
Okay. Logan, are you having
Okay.
fun?
Yeah. Oh, look.
Are you there?
How are you today, Faithful?
I'm doing real well. I went and
Oh, that's good.
bought meat for Sunday and thought, oh my goodness, the price of beef has gone so high. But that's okay. Every
Oh,
now and then you just got to eat beef, you know? So
oh,
I got
uh,
done with my grocery
and,
shopping and everything.
and, oh, that's nice. Uh, you know, Miss and Maud, yeah, she had a video on. I think she's very upset. I hope she's alright.
Was that this morning she was upset? I'll listen to it.
Uh, yeah, around the same time I started with, Outcast.
Oh,
Yeah, I hope she's alright.
is she still on?
No.
Oh, I know she's really having a rough time right now with her. I didn't know that she was live. I don't get notifications, and and that's okay because I don't have the time for it right now. But you sent me a notification Deviant was on, and so I thought, well, she and I haven't chatted for a long time. But
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it that MM's not. She's going through a rough time right now, and she is always welcome to call me. She knows that. Sometimes it just helps to have helps to have an ear to listen to. What are you doing in the
Yeah,
background? I hear clicking. Are you doing something?
I still.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
I
you are.
hear. Yeah, I still hear myself. Uh, and I hear some echo when you speak too. Uh,
Me?
yeah, mostly myself, but when I was muted and switched, it's really hard to talk because my own words come like half a second later.
Yeah, I get that. Um,
Uh, this it wasn't a problem
did you leave and
until
come
recently.
back in? Why don't you leave the stream completely and come back in?
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Yeah,
I'll
do
be
that. I
right
thought that's
back.
what you were going to do. Okay,
Yeah.
bye. There. Now when she comes back in, it should be fixed. Let's hope.
Uh, uh, yeah, I think I got everything
You do
fixed
have
from the
everything
other day.
fixed. You do have everything fixed.
Yeah.
You're smart. You're able to figure all that out.
Thank you. Uh, Outcast, is everything better?
Um. No, it's the
Perfect.
same.
It's the same.
And
Uh,
you two are
sorry.
echoing some as well. You don't hear any echo. That's weird. That has to mean it's on my end, and I have no idea why. I haven't changed anything. Oh,
Well,
Sorry about that. Have been
what?
We've been on here for 3 hours now.
maybe we ought to end the
It's
stream
alright if I
and
shut everything down.
yeah, is that okay
Yeah,
with you, Deviant? Yeah,
yeah,
and
for sure.
end the stream, and if he does one again tomorrow, maybe things will be better. You might need to turn your computer off and start it again.
True, true.
Of course, you're the one that
Yeah.
has 10,000 tabs open right now. there are some things that I can recall. That's from a couple of years ago. I mean, I've never.
Yep.
Geez, I have trouble if I have two tabs open.
I love the things I'm famous for.
I want to tell you guys, thank you for coming on.
Oh, well, thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Logan.
And
Welcome.
Logan,
You guys always
we
welcome
didn't.
on here.
All right.
Thank you.
You have a good and safe day, Logan. I love you.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Take care. Love you all. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for coming on.